Time is fucking fucky, dude. Rod just subbed for 63 months, and Viata just subbed for 74 months. It's so bright in here today. Hold on, let me turn this down. That's better. Thank you for resubbing to the class, keeping the fucking anus. It's, wait, giving, what? Rewind. Thank you for subbing to the class, keeping the class alive, and giving an anus swings. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways, because nothing in this world is sexier than pure sober consent. What the fuck, Katie, brain? I have a little bit of a headache, so I feel like I'm a little slow. I think it's just my sinuses, but why is it so bright in here? It is like crazy bright in here. Why? Hold on. Did I fix it? Okay. That was weird. Anyways, good morning. I'm back. Welcome back. You'll notice there's a new enclosure up here, not a new animal. I finally saved up enough money to give Cersei a new enclosure because she fucking broke hers. So that's her new enclosure. So you might, her little head's poking up. That's her head right there, that orange dot. She's exploring her new enclosure. But because of that, literally her house, it used to be in front of a window over here. And I realized because I moved her, that window is just like open and so fucking bright. That's where our light was coming from. So that's good. At least it's not, you know, something horrid. Good morning, Eliza. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for sitting through the troubleshooting of why the fuck it's so bright. Yep, she definitely got an upgrade. Snakes do this wonderful thing where I call it fat assing. But they like to coil up in their weird little coil right against their doors. And then their fat ass busts the latch on the doors. And they get out. And I'm sure a lot of you remember Rod had to actually, how would you put it? He had to corral one of my 6 foot pythons back into her cage because she fat assed her way out while I was out of town. They don't do it on purpose. They have no wish to escape. Snakes don't have that cognizance. They just on accident fat ass things open. It's so much darker. It's so much better. Real. They do. They just fat ass. That's it. Nothing. They have no, like, I fed them all yesterday, by the way. So if y'all remind me, on Thursday, we can take a snake out and say hi if you want to. I don't think I've taken, you can't see her. But in this enclosure right here is my albino girl. I haven't taken her out in a bit. Might be good to give her a good stretch. Do your babies beg for food like mine? I turn my back to feed the tortoise, face her tank again, and there's a 3-foot noodle rising above the substrate to give me the stink eye. Kinger, are you in the Discord? I won't play this on stream because I know a lot of people are sensitive to this shit, but I took a video of me feeding my albino last night, and she literally does that exact fucking thing. But I have to warn you, if you want this video, I posted it in Aminals. It's kind of gnarly. That's it. It's just kind of gnarly. I saw that one feeding. That was something. Yeah. There's some swelling involved. See, mine are, I don't get cute little corn bleps. I get 6-foot python bleps. I get their big, long, black tongue. And their head is like this big. So they're like mildly more intimidating. Mildly. Corn snakes bite more. That's just known. They're mildly more intimidating. But she does the same thing where she comes up like and looks at me. Even though she's blind, she can see like the light differences. And I'm sure she knows my posture and whatnot when I'm coming through to feed her. Like they're not total idiots. You hear how, like, she, whoop-ah, that rat, that strike force, is that not fucking intense, Kozu? I know. It's wild, like, but did you see the rat balls? If you watch the movie that I put in our Aminals channel of our Discord, you can hear me cackling in the background at the end. Because she strikes it. I know. I know. For those that aren't going to watch, I'm just going to tell you what happens. She strikes the rat and coils around it really fast, but she coils around the front end of it and its testicles kind of pop out. And my laugh in the background is just, oh. I swear I'm not as maniacal as I sound. I just sound a lot worse than I am, I think. I love little gardener snake bleps. My snake, I think she's got the force of an arm. Like, that's genuinely what it sounds like when she gets a rat. She, like, whack, and you feel her whole body, like, thump through her enclosure, and then she goes back into her corner, and she's fine. She's my big girl, though. Like, Kira, so my snakes, I have Cersei is a Woma python. I have Jen, who is a jungle motley something red tail python. And then I have an albino sunglow call, whatever, blah, 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 red tail python, but she's albino. So obviously she doesn't have a red tail. And these two bitches are big fuckers. They're fat. These two usually eat one rat apiece. She eats two. She's just huge. She's like, I can't put my hands around her anymore. She's about as big as my thigh. Is that crazy? Literally, oh my God, I just realized that. She's literally about this hefty. That's how big around my fucking snake is. Literally, that's about the space I have. Wow. Gross. She's a thick bitch. She's a thick bitch. His poor balls, I know, but they're dead. Like, I have to get pre-killed. Well, I probably don't have to anymore. But I get pre-killed because my Woma python and my ball python are excessively picky eaters to the point where they would only eat things if they were literally killed on the spot in front of them and then given to them. Like, here's your cow. It's fucking ridiculous. So I go to a pet store that pre-kills rats, and then I have to give them their pre-killed rats. It's fucking not my favorite. I hate that. But they're dead. I don't feed live. So if anybody's worried about watching that video, I would never. I think it's cruel to watch things die. In any form. Like, as much as I love animal TV and shit like that, I've never been into the animal TV where it's like, look at the beautiful baby albatross. Aren't they amazing? Here's 15 minutes of albatross facts. Oh, look, there's something that's going to eat the baby albatross. Why? That didn't have to be in the movie. I'm here to learn about an albatross. I'm well aware things eat the albatross. I think it's really fucked up if you take pleasure in watching animals eat other animals. Like, people that, like, I've seen people, they pit, like, a tarantula versus a scorpion or something. You're fucked up. I think that's fucking weird. You're fucked up. That's fucked up. It's really dangerous to feed live. My hair is crazy today. It keeps touching me. Toby was indeed a nippy little baby. Now she's much better at determining Mouse Tong's hand. These guys, I've never been bit by one of my snakes. Ever. I've never been bit by any of my animals. Asterisk. I have a male crested gecko that when I take him out to clean his enclosure, he thinks my hand is a female, and so he bites my skin of my hand, like he does this pinch, and then he tries to make love to my hand. I don't consider that biting. Sure. But not one thing I own has lit the gecko humping. You know exactly what he's doing. Yep. Like, that's it. That's the only animal I have that has ever aggressed at me, ever. Yeah. I don't even think, Eliza, you just got shit on, didn't you? My sister got nailed by Midna once. Like, a very quick, because Sarah was holding her in the dark and Midna thought her pinky was a fucking pinky mouse. But other than that, none of them have bit anyone. None of these have ever bit anyone. Ever. Like, they're pretty, I mean, I'm smart with them, though. Like, I know, I have a feeding schedule for them. I know when they're hungry, and I know when it's appropriate to hold them. So, like, for instance, you feed a snake, you don't hold them for a few days afterwards because they're digesting. They're really slow digestion process, and they can literally just vomit up the whole food that you just fed them if you stress them out. So you usually wait at least 48 hours to hold them, and then that's what I'm saying. By Thursday, if you guys remind me, we can take one out and say hi, because they're well-fed enough to the point where I don't have to worry about them biting me on stream. Not that I'm scared of my snakes, but I'm pretty sure my channel will get shut down if I get bit on stream. I don't know, but there's weird rules about that, probably. But also I don't want her to puke. I want her to eat her food, so that'd be cool. I'm a thick bitch. I need tempo, bitch. I'm a thick bitch. I need tempo. Amen. 100%. Posthumous F's for the rat balls. Yeah. Those poor rat ball. That rat didn't have a chance. I know. She shit on my arm leg. That's what I thought. Yeah. It was Cersei, wasn't it? Just explosively shit down your arm leg in the yard. Yeah. You got shit on you, didn't you? That's how I entered the stream. What up, VR? We're just talking about my snacks. I gave Cersei, she's got a new enclosure. And I'm hoping she'll crawl around for you guys because she's a Woma, W-O-M-A. She's a Woma python. They're from Australia. They're pretty rare and really fun to watch. I'd pull her out, but I just gave her a new enclosure. Another thing, you just don't want to stress them out when they have a new home. She needs to, like, establish her home, so I don't want to pull her out. But she's real weird looking. If you Google Woma python, they have the funniest faces of any snake I've ever seen in my... okay, asterisk. The sand boa. Sand boa? That animal shouldn't. Okay, nature. What are you up to there? What are you doing with that little cute fucker? But other than that, womas are fucking hilarious. They don't have a normal snake face. Imagine a python, but with a lizard face. That's what a woma looks like. They are funny, but I love her. I said, bitch, how's everyone? Oh my God, Gun, I got my package. Where is it? Hold on. Bitch, guess who went to the motherfucking post office? You know, I had a funny thought about this, though. I meant to go. This is just is addressed to me, so I don't know. No, there was only one thing there. So if it says two things were supposed to be there, they lied, or it was literally just delivered. So this is what I was gonna say, Gun. So literally, I was gonna go on Friday or whatever, and just, I don't know. Oh, it was fucking 4th of July. But I don't, because I'm not like part of the real world anymore, it doesn't clue into me like bank holiday. I'm just like, oh, annoying holiday. Everyone's setting off their fireworks again. Like, I'm not kidding you. We went over to Scott's house yesterday and I brought them like 10 pounds of zucchini and squash, and I brought them a bunch of pickled vegetables, and I brought them 2 loaves of fresh zucchini bread with chocolate chips in it, and literally hung out at their house for 2 hours before realizing it was 7/7, which is Scott's birthday. I don't fucking know what day it is, ever. It's terribad. But this is the funny part. I was almost going to go on Friday, not realizing it was a holiday, and all of this would have been closed anyways. I would have not been able to get anything. So, because of the holiday, it might not be there yet. Like, our UPS is a fucking twat. I need something to rip this open. Spoon. Yeah, no shit. Literally, we're out at our car saying goodbye to Scott, and he goes, don't forget it's so-and-so's birthday, and Zach goes, oh my God, what day is it? It's your birthday. So, like, I inadvertently, like, what I said, and this is just me being a smartass because I was so pissed that Zach didn't tell me it was fucking Scott's birthday. Yeah, no shit. So what I said, I was like, you know what? I put in the effort to come over to your house for no special reason and to give you 20 pounds of squash and zucchini and a bunch of my canned goods and cake for no other reason than I enjoy you as a friend. And I think that's more special than me coming over here out of obligation because it's your birthday. Right? It was on the spot. It was the wittiest I've ever felt. Scott laughed. He goes, no. Literally, this is what Scott said. His gift to himself was not telling anyone it was his birthday so he can hold it over them for the rest of his life. I was like, oh, bitch, I totally understand. You do you, boo. You do you. But if you see Scott... He turned 63 yesterday. I know. Crazy. Thank you. I thought that was pretty good. But yeah, like, literally, it was, happy birthday. I brought you cake. Bastard. I'm the same way, though. Like, I would 100% let people come over to my house and hang out for 4 hours and literally tell them as they're driving away, by the way, it's my birthday, bye. I would do it. I'd do it in a heartbeat. It'd be fucking funny. That's so funny. You're already here. It's not like my birthday makes a difference. Oh my god, what is this? Dude, Gun, you spoil me. The art. I want this outfit. Can I have this outfit? I could do it. I have an ab. This is fucking cool, dude. You literally spoil me. I was telling this to Zach yesterday. He was like, what does Gun send you? And I was like, how do you not know this? He's been sending me graphic novels for years. Years. And I read them on stream. And Zach's like, really? Do you even know you live with another human being sometimes? He's such a fucking dork. I'm trying to get it open without... I don't want to hurt the pages, but the seam is right up on the fucking book. Humans, what are those? I don't know. Just a bitch who lives in the house, I guess, and reads out loud a lot. You know what's funny, Gun? I don't know if you remember this. The whole thing that sparked this, reading these out loud, like reading them on stream and going through them, was reading the Bible. Do you guys remember that? Zach brought it up last night. He's like, isn't it funny that all this stemmed from you reading the fucking Bible on stream? I was like, yeah. Funny's a word. I guess. It's funny. Funny, haha. Oops. Accidentally touched my light. This looks fucking sick. It's hack slash. She survived Halloween, Friday the 13th, and summer camp. And now the slasher victim slashes back. Shut the fuck up. Dude, what? It's like, it's throwing me off because it's, how do I put this? The book is designed to look like it's aged. And I keep seeing these corners and being like, who the fuck ruined my book? Do you see this shit? It's part of it. It's not actually... Dude, it's so well done, though. Like, come on. Tell me this isn't... Like, doesn't that not look like a worn book? Do you see this shit? This looks a little less real, so that doesn't throw me off as much. But these ones... They're not actually damaged at all. Like, it's literally just printed on. It reminds me of that book I have. Oh, I think I got cocky to read it. My best friend's exorcism. The book is designed to look like a VHS from like the 80s. It looks very cool. This reminds me of that. So Gun says I'm going to want all of her outfits. This is fucking, like, you know I'm obsessed with Friday the 13th, right? If you don't know that, I've had a Jason Friday the 13th, like, borderline fetish for my life. And I don't know, I own all the movies. Rod gave me all the movies. I have Jason figurines in my house. I have a Jason bag. By the way, my little backpack broke. If anybody finds more Jason backpacks, let me know, because I have had mine for like a decade and I'm really sad that it broke. This looks fucking amazing. Dude, I almost said animation. The art is fucking phenomenal. It's like a Bane, but cooler, with a split brain. The animation, Katie. So this is about a final girl who became a slasher hunter. The main character is modeled after a model the author had a crush on, but couldn't work up the courage to ask her out. Shut the fuck up. That's adorable and sad. Dude, the panels. I love this so much. I love that graphic art has gone to this point. Or graphic novels, I guess, you know? That is such a good panel. I love that. Those are so cool. Of course we can look at the art. I love looking at the art. That's one of my favorite parts, and then we'll pick a day where we'll read some of it. But they look, I'm trying to pick some, dude, they're all really good. It's really hard to pick a panel, but they're very cool. I'll just flip through it. I feel like a teacher. Like, how do you flip through a giant book like this and hold it correctly? How they did this thing, right? They were like, all right, kids. And like, if you were at the wrong angle in the classroom, you had a weird sheen on the book and you couldn't see what she was talking about anyways. They were talking about, I don't know, I had all girl teachers. Those are cool. Poke. Dude, I love these kind of panels, man. I'm into this. There was one, Knives actually sent me one last night. Have you ever heard of Blame, Gun? Is it Blame? Yeah, it's Blame, and this is the lore. So Knives taught me this yesterday. There's a series that is... how did it go? We watched like a movie from it last night. So basically what happened, Blame, but it was supposed to be called Blam, like the sound a gun makes, but the mistranslation or whatever, it became Blame. It's really fucking good. But like, man, what a unique art style. Like Knives was telling me that the comics or the manga or whatever you would read genuinely sometimes will have no dialogue at all. Like it's literally just panels of this dude walking through desolate scenes. But oh my God, the art. I'm going to see if he sent it to me in Discord. Hold on. It's the kind of art where like it's a picture that you feel like you can just keep looking deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into. That's the level of detail. It reminds me of that fucking the Max. Oh my God, I did it. I never remember the name of the Max. I always want to say the Tick for some reason. The Max. You know, like that kind of scratchy, borderline messy art, but like purposeful. I don't know how to describe that. Yes, like Sin City, very much so. Doesn't that look fucking sick? I think he sent it to me in my Discord. Hold on. Yeah. I have to show you guys this because it's if you don't know, I fucking love comics. I have bookshelves and bookshelves and bookshelves and bookshelves of comics and graphic novels. It is sickening. I have so many. It just gave me an age warning, so just in case. BDO! Bitch, thank you so much for subbing to the class, keeping the classy alive and giving it any swings. Please go forth and be consensual in all the ways, because nothing in this world is sexier than pure sober consent. That's a long fucking time, dude. There's some mass 63, 74, and 71 months today. We're all, I'm just so happy, like, to have people to age with. Because it's happening inevitable, you know? This is Blame. So we watched a movie from it last night. I guess. Like, I guess there's a series or whatever, but it's genuinely like, some of these panels are just like this, but these, I dig this art so hard. I don't know, what do you call this? It's not stippling. It's like perspective art on just a psychotically beautiful level. I'm a big nerd for this shit. Big nerd for this. Like, this is just like, there they are. There's the walking. What up, Saber? How are you, love? Good morning. The first few pages give you the plot. Should we read it? I don't have my podium set up. That's the only reason I don't usually read stuff right away is I have my, like, podium so I can tilt it towards the camera and you guys can actually see the pages. The pages? Dude. This is just beautiful art day. Look at that. The kitty. Kiss it. Why? Shut the fuck. Look at her back there. She doesn't give a fuck. You're barking at nothing. You lazy whore. Paint her like one of your French girls. Such a bitch. This is really fucking pretty. Mm-hmm. It's literally kind of like a Vertigo feeling. And then there'll be like very few fucking words. But I think Kiri is the main character's name. He very rarely literally says anything. I think Knives told me he read the first chapter and like Kiri literally has one word he says. But those big fucking panels of just like extensive detail like this really get me. I am such a sucker for that shit. I've used this stream to hide from real life so many times the last 6 years. I don't know how I'd be sane without you. Oh, you're gonna make me cry first thing in the morning, and that's just inappropriate. Thank you. Not to get mushy, but I feel that on a spiritual level, and sometimes I think about that, like, I think we all get down in our silly sads. Dude, this fucking comic is so pretty. We all get down in our silly sads where we're like, what's the point of me? I don't make a difference in anyone's life. If I died, it wouldn't make a difference in literally the history of the universe because we're bacteria. I'm assuming some of you suffer with these thoughts as well. And then I think to myself, like, you know, when I was going through some of the toughest moments of my life, I had Jenna Marbles that I would just like lose myself in and just binge her videos or whatever. Or I have a series I binge. And like every once in a while, one of you says something like that. And I'm like, all right. If I can do the distraction, I'll be the distraction, because life fucking sucks sometimes. Why are you there? We just went live. Absolutely not. Go lay down. I love you. Look at my fuck. She's just gonna crawl inside my flesh one day. And dude, totally likewise, I use this place as well as a place to hide from the world sometimes, because genuinely, I feel like there's so little places where I can go and be guaranteed no one's going to talk politics, no one's going to talk serious, horrible life stuff that I just don't want to mentally deal with right now. There's so few places where I can avoid that. Like, you know, Reddit, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, whatever, name the social media. Unfortunately, there's no guarantee. Like, it's gonna filter in on accident somehow and just fucking tank my mood. And you need to self-maintain, and you need to protect yourself from that shit. And like, it's so nice to find a stream where it's just like, are we just gonna talk about boobs, how much we love sucking dick and video games today? Because that's really all my brain can take right now. Yes, that is this place. We might also talk about music and art and fun comic books. But like, that's it. And my snakes. But I think we need that, because I literally, like, there's so few places in the world where you can go and just, like, I know I can relax here. Like, Pinterest is pretty much it for me at this point. Pinterest is the only place I can go where I know I can just continuously scroll and not one thing about politics or the current state of the world will pop up. At all. None. It's just art and nails and hair and pretty dresses and whatever, my little unicorn stuff. Like, that's it. And sometimes you need that, and that's okay. Cheers. I'd love to read Blame with you guys. Dude, I have it here. Literally, it just, like, 90% of it will just be looking at awesome art, because there's so little dialogue in it. Almost like you've cultivated a space where people can relax and be themselves. Not alone. You guys are so self-sustaining at this point. Like, I might have triggered it, the self-sustaining place, but like, I seriously, I get off on this shit. Watching you guys interact with each other in other people's streams and just being normal, awesome people with friends of mine who stream, that shit fucking gets me. Or watching our community just like say no to an asshole universally altogether. Like, granted, mods are necessary and I love my mods and can't survive without them. But sometimes if a mod's not looking right away, I know something fucked up happened because the whole chat lights up. Every single one of you is not okay with bad behavior. It's not like all of you are just sitting around waiting for your babysitter to take care of the problem. You're all adults, and when a problem shows up, every single one of you goes, absolutely not, bye. Bye, mod, bye. Love that. It's self-sustaining. Like, you cherish this space as much as I cherish this space at this point, and I think that's really valuable. That's rare. It took 10 years, but we did it. What up, Tell My Love? Good morning. Good morning, Thread. No, 100% Gun. It's just a lot. It's just the world is too much right now, and I think everybody needs a place to be distracted and just like talk about bullshit. Like, look at this panel I just scrolled to on the Blame. This is what I just scrolled past. Unfortunately, look at that. The art is so cool. It's like Aeon Flux a little bit. I fucking love it. It's so pretty. I'm so excited to read that. I haven't read it yet. Agar? Oh my god, I'm the agar, like a petri dish, maybe. Yeah. I like that. And like when a bad gets in, you guys grow over it and go, no, not today. We're not in the mood for that bullshit. Cheers. My bong's plugged. God damn it. Every day you're plugged, and I don't know why or how to prevent your plugging, but you're just always plugged. I need a Q-tip. A classy petri dish, 100%. Yeah. Man, that's been me the past week. I don't know what it is. Like, normally, you guys know, like, I normally don't sit at all. I don't nap. I usually, like, I get up in the morning and go until, like, 11 o'clock at night, and that's usually the first time, other than streaming, that I sit down. And this past week, I've been getting done with stream, going outside with the dogs, and laying down and taking a nap. Like, actually physically sleeping in the middle of the day. It's so weird. I don't know. I think I'm just battling a sinus infection, though. So my body's a little tired. Damn you. You fucking stupid little whore of a bitch. You're a whore of a bitch and no one respects you. Yuck. I know. Absolutely not. We were just out. It's because there's a squirrel outside. So if you guys are new to my stream and you don't know, I have 2 poodles and they have the most intense fucking prey drive of anything ever. And unfortunately, all those fireworks scared my hawks away, which means the fucking tree rats are back. And this bitch, get out. She wants to kill it. So she comes and sucks my dick, and she's like, Mommy, let me out. I have to pee. I'm going to kill the squirrel, and I'm going to suck the blood from its eye sockets. Mommy, I'm so cute. No. We don't kill stuff. Look at that tail. God damn, you melt my heart. I love you. Yes! Oh my god. Scott, shut up. That's a win. Happy belated birthday, bitch. I'd already told everyone that we made it almost an entire hour at your house without realizing it was your birthday. So my shame's out there, but so is your birthday, so you're welcome. Scott said, my kids want to make sure I tell Dad, tell Katie the bread was really good. I have to say, like, when you nail a food for kids who have, kids are honest. They'll be like, icky, I don't want to eat that. Or they'll get down with it. Not only did I nail the bread with the kids, that was made from veggies in my garden. I don't know why I'm getting so, like, excited about that. But, dude, that is the coolest shit to me. Like, I grew food and then I made it in my kitchen for my friends. That is I'm like so hyped on this shit. Like gardening is my new shit. I don't know, dude. It's so exciting to I made this. I did. I grew it and then made it. Like it's very exciting. I don't know. I feel like such a dork, but that's exciting. I'm glad they enjoyed it. Literally, you want to know what's funny, Scott, is I have vegan butter and then I have regular butter cuz like for years I'm sure you've dealt with this too, but I don't like to push my dairy-free ways on people. Like, I don't want anyone to feel like just because you're in my house, you don't get to have real butter. Does that make sense? I don't know. I'm weird that way. So I always have real butter and I always have vegan butter. So Zeke just eats the real butter and I eat the vegan butter. And then when I was making those cakes, and I was like, Zeke, will you ask Scott if they like zucchini bread? Because I'd like to make some for them. And I've got a bunch of this Earth Balance and a bunch of the vegan chocolate chips and stuff. And he was like, fuck it. Why are we even buying real butter? And I was like, I don't know. Why are we buying real butter? And he's like, I don't know. I fucking can't tell the difference. And I'm just like, this is what I get. I should just speak my truth and just be like, you know what? We're not doing cow pus anymore. Because no one can tell nobody can tell. I've never had anyone eat like something and been like, oh, I bet that's Earth Balance. Like, nobody can tell. What am I doing? I have no coffee. I keep going to drink coffee. There's no coffee in it. I do. I take pride in it. I mean, it's so much. Like, I literally brought over at least, like, 10 pounds. I don't know. I'm really bad. I would say at least 10 pounds of squash to Bree and Scott, and I have at least 10 pounds more in my garden. Like, it is just going. All the tomatoes are fucking off the hook going now. I'm going to have so many tomatoes. It's going to be sickening. You guys are bad friends. I have 100%. My kids wanted to make sure I said, yeah, nope, that's true. If I'm making it for someone else, I use butter. Dude, right? I'm not going to anymore because I don't think people can tell the difference. Do you think they could? Have you ever snuck? I would never sneak dairy on someone who's dairy-free, but have you ever snuck vegan on someone who's into dairy? They can't tell. At least in baked goods. And I'm not saying I snuck anything on anybody, but like, I may have fed a lot of vegan things to Zach, and he has no fucking idea. I made raspberry jam for my bushes. Yes! And I'm like a parent with kids. I'm not kidding you. That's exactly how I am. I go outside and like with my coffee in the morning, I'm looking at my zucchini and like looking at my tomatoes and touching them and like moving vines of my squash plants so they're going in the right direction. I'm literally guiding the direction of growth of my garden like a loving mother. I may or may not have pulled my tit out and done a little onto my squash, but it's whatever. So maybe it's not vegan. Does breast milk count? This is empty. I've picked it up so many times. I definitely need more coffee. If you feel like splurging, this is our fave vegan butter. Oh, I love Miyoko or whatever. Oh, I 100%. Have you tried their like is it fed? They have like a spreadable like cracker cheese, but it's not cheese. Have you tried, oh God, what's it called? Bitch sauce? It's like bitchin' sauce or whatever. It's like veggie dip, but it's almond based. And they have like a regular one and a chipotle one, and they have another one that I can't remember the flavor of because it's not my favorite. That's one of my favorites as well. That's a really good dip. And it's just almond based. Good morning, David. How are you? Carnage, thank you so much for subbing to the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving an A to swings. Please go forth and be consensual in all the ways because nothing in this world is sexier than pure sober consent, and I fucking appreciate you. It's so wholesome. It feels I don't know if it feels wholesome. I'm like out there with a joint, like at 6 a.m. watching my squash grow, like, yeah, bitch, suck that water. I don't know how wholesome it is, but it's fun. And canning is so fucking easy. Like, I'm just hoping all my canned shit turns out good. That's my only, like, please don't be shit. Like, that's it. Oh, also, Scott, all the dates, I think on the shit I gave you, like half of them I fucked up, so they're like British. Everything was made in July. So if it says like 4/7/25, it's because I fucked up. So it's actually like the 4th of July. Yeah, I wasn't. There's no fuck. How would I be canning that shit in May or what in April? I thought about that this morning. I'm like, fuck. They're gonna be like, how the fuck did she can this in April? I gotta tell them about the dates because I definitely. Fucked it up for American people, David. Like, no shit. Doing that in America, putting 4/7, anybody in America is gonna go May 7th. How the fuck did she can vegetables May 7th? That she grew in her garden? Sure she did. And May 7th? No, I did it on the 4th of July. That's how we anxiety got over the fireworks. You can't around here because people will assume it. And then especially with canned goods and shit like that, like a couple months doesn't make a huge difference. But let's say I put the year, like it was a year difference or something like that. I don't want them saving those canned goods and then eating them, when they're bad or something. Not that that would happen, but dates are important. April. What did I say? Did I say May? I meant April. Thank you. Yeah, April's even worse. How the fuck? No one has produce in Colorado in April. Nothing is growing. Like, I was planting in April, That was not it. Nope, just me. I literally was writing the dates and did like a 4/7 and looked at it and was like, oh, how do I fuck me? It was just the weirdest brain fart. What up, Theory? How are you, love? Yeah, if you leave stuff out, that's the thing. It's shelf stable. That's the cool thing about canning, and that's the big reason I started getting into canning was I don't have really freezer room. I have a very normal fridge and freezer. I don't have like a box, like a chest freezer or anything like that to stick all my produce in, and I just have so much. Like, I have so much at this point that, like, literally, I have to can it or it's going to go to waste, and I hate food waste. And canning, that's the caveat of canning, like properly canning things. That's why when you go to the grocery store, you see all that tomato sauce just on shelves, but you have to refrigerate it the moment you open it. Those are canned. Those are hot water canned, so they're sealed. That's basically all I'm doing. It's just like making everything shelf stable and making it so it'll last. So what my fantasy is, in the deep, dark depths of winter, when everyone's spending $2.50 a pound on squash, I'm going to go down to my cellar and grab a couple cans of canned squash, come upstairs, and I'm going to be able to make, like, fritters or something in January with the squash that I can from the summer. Like, that's the theory. It's just nice to have. And really, I actually looked it up. I looked up, like, what inorganic... I don't even know what organic would cost, and mine's fucking organic. I don't do pesticides. I barely, like, I do cayenne pepper in a water bottle. Inorganic, it's like $79 a pound for squash right now. I don't even know what organic would cost. Like, I'm sitting on a gold mine back here. I want coffee. This is so depressing. Cheers. You're still clogged. We're not cheersing. Why are you still clogged? What's happening? We're gonna have words and none of them are gonna be nice. CK, sometimes when I click on your stream, I sing a little song to an old-timey ragtime melody. ClassyKatie, she's so classy. My classy parasocial friend, she's ClassyKatie. That's amazing. If you ever want more lyrics, Fox was telling me recently that they were talking about me recently to a friend and couldn't remember my name off the top of their head. So the only thing that came out of their mouth was, what was it? Cool weed lady or something. Like, they were just like, cool weed lady. Like, I love cool weed lady too. Please throw that in there. I'm all about that. I can't, it was something along those lines. We'll have to ask. Okay, so I have, neighbors. They're like down my road from me. I've noticed there's this woman who has she's growing corn in her yard, which is crazy. Like just a normal yard, but she's just growing corn, and she has chickens. I know she has chickens. I hear them and I can see them, and I super want to go down there and leave a post-it on her door and be like, "Hey, you want to do a swappy swap? Because I've got 20 pounds of squash and you have eggs." Like I realize the discrepancy? No. What's the word I'm looking for? Like, obviously, eggs are way more expensive than squash. Like, I'll give you 20 pounds of squash for, like, 10 eggs. I don't eat that many eggs. I use them for, like, baking. Barely. Now I don't even know because I'm doing the dairy-free thing because Zach doesn't give a fuck. So maybe I won't even do eggs anymore. I don't know. You did great with the canned stuff, but what I will say is make sure you fill those fuckers at the top with your solution. It pushes the air out. We'll have it last even longer. Okay, so... so everything I read says you have, like, how do I put this? Do you know what headroom is? Because if you know more about canning, Scott, you can teach me about this. So every single different thing you can, whether it's a vegetable or a fruit or meat, like stew or something, like hot canning, there's something called headroom. And it's essentially leaving room for the fluids and everything to expand and then contract again. And depending on what you're canning, there's different headroom. So like for fruit, it's like 1/4 of an inch. For vegetables, it's like 1/2 an inch of headroom. Look it up if I'm not explaining it right, like Google it or whatever. But there's this headroom. And so essentially, I let the headroom and then I can them and then all the veggies float to the top and now they're sticking out of the brine in the top. And I don't know what the fuck. I don't know how to prevent that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, when I can them, they're nothing sticking up above the water. At all. So then you seal them with the lid, and then you put them in the pot and do everything, and the heat and everything makes some of the veggies float to the top, and then some of them are sitting over the, over the fucking edge of the brine. And I just don't understand, there's the headroom, but also then the veggies float to the top, but they need to be submerged, so, like... Maybe I need to blanch the veggies longer so they're, like, don't have air? Maybe I didn't account for a fucking absorption. Oh my god, I bet the veggies are swelling. So what do I do? Just leave... Maybe I leave 1/2 inch of above the fluid and then 1/2 inch of fluid above the veggies. Is that the headroom? So let me grab one. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Because I bought a book on canning and read it. I went crazy. But I know exactly what you're talking about. The less headroom, the better. So what the fuck? But I swear to God, everything talks about headroom. Like, I've been paranoid about headroom, giggity. A headroom in my canned goods. But essentially, these are canned goods, right? So 1/2 inch is about that. So I filled the pickling fluid up to about that level. And then you seal the top, and then you pickle them, right? But if you look, like, everything's swelled, so now we've got, if it sits just off kilter enough, you can see stuff starts to poke out of the fluid. Because that's the headroom it told me to leave, was 1/2 inch of headroom at the top. And then the veggies swelled. I bet you're totally right. So maybe I need to leave an half inch of air and then a half inch of fluid like above the veggies. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's like you stuff the veggies and then you pour the pickling fluid in and you leave the pickling fluid. You leave a half inch of space at the top for the pickling fluid to expand when it's boiling. Because, I mean, it's kind of scary when you think about what we're doing is I stuff this full of veggies, I pour a bunch of pickling fluid in it, and then I put this lid on, and I finger tighten it, and then I throw this entire thing. When's the last time you thought it was safe to throw a glass jar, a sealed glass jar with air in a boiling pot? Like, that's a bomb. People make pressure cooker bombs. Like, it's literally, I'm making veggie bombs here. They're so scary sometimes. I think about that, and I'm like, I could just die. Like, all this shit could just explode. So the headroom is so that this fluid can expand and not leak out the lid while it's cooking. So I guess I just need to find that happy, like, middle. That risk of explosion's kind of badass. Like, this is the other one. I think these ones you can tell a lot more because that everything kind of, it swelled because I literally only fill veggies to this line. So I think you're totally correct. I think they fucking swelled. But you see what I mean? How they kind of floated? So it's almost like my headroom ended up being a fuck all. See how the veggies went up above it. That's so fucking annoying. I think you're right. I think they swelled. So I need to just fill them a little bit less. Less veggies, more fluid, yeah? Check that seal, though. Veggie bombs. Swelling is also a sign of bacteria. That's the swelling of the jar, yes. So I was talking about that the other day. Like, there's this whole thing about the pop of a bell lid. And if you can still go after canning, like, you know how you can push it up and down, it's not canned. That's botulism. You're gonna die. That's the swelling, and it'll just keep swelling. But if you do it correctly, then you don't get it. You just have an inverted lid, and they're, like, sealed. Which is cool, but it's kind of dangerous. They always float, though. You need weights. What does that mean? It's like 3 people have said you need weights, but I'm so sorry. I'm not putting fishing weights into my canned goods. You need to be more clear. Weights. What? What does that mean? I don't know what a weight is. Because, like, once this is sealed, you're not opening it to get anything out. Does that make sense? So, like, if you're putting something's metal in here, all I can think of is metal because you just keep saying weight over and over, and all I know is fishing weights. That's not coming out until you eat the product. Which, theoretically, like, these should be shelf-stable for at least a year or 2, if not more. Like, why would you? Okay, thank you so much for a link. I gotta see what you mean. I've never in my life seen that ever. Oh, that's for fermentation, though. That's not for canning. That's for, like, fucking, like, quick pickles. Like kimchi or sauerkraut or something like that. Because you wouldn't get that glass, you'll never get it out. You wouldn't get that glass weight out until you eat the thing, and theoretically this could sit on your shelf for 5 years or whatever, depending on what you're canning. I know I'm fluxing years, but, like, read a book on it. Every veggie you can has a different shelf life, theoretically, technically. But yeah, those, you gotta weight the body down. My bodies don't float. We have to watch, man. I really hope. I know it's like it's a horror movie. We didn't get to watch it last Halloween because we didn't roll it. It could be years because our Halloween list is so big, but I deeply hope we get to watch Cabin by the Lake. It's, oh God, I just blanked on his name. No. Oh, the badass from Breakfast Club. Help me. Oh, Katie. Oh. It's right there. It's so on the tip of my ass, and I hate it so much. He stars in it, Cabin by the Lake, and Judd Nelson, Jesus fucking Christ, thank you, Super Papa. My God, Judd motherfucking Nelson. stars in it, and he's a serial killer, but I don't want to spoil it. I don't know how, like, far into the movie you are until you realize what he's doing. It has to do with floating. Kind of. Dude, Elbel. So my garden, I don't know if you've seen my skeets lately, but my skeets have just basically been like, do you want to see how big my squash is? Look at my big squash. It's crazy. My garden is blowing up. All of my hard work has come to fruition, and now I'm just stressed about it. So my new recent hobby is I'm an 80-year-old who knits, gardens, and cans. Welcome to my TED Talk. Because I don't have any freezer space to save anything, so I was like, how the fuck do I save all my veggies? So I started canning. So everything that's coming out of my garden, I am canning the fuck out of. That being said, Scott and Bree taught me how to actually, like, cure my onions, and I'm wondering if I cure them before I can them, they'll be way better. Not that my canned onions are bad, they're delicious. I love pickled onions. Like, pickled onions on tacos, yum. But, like, I didn't cure my onions because I did not read about onion curing, and now I know all about it. I just chopped them up and stick them in there. Thank you for being awesome, Scott. I appreciate you. Judd Nelson could have been a serial killer in Breakfast Club easily. He plays a very good serial killer. Those eyes, he has something vacant in his eyes that are great. That's what I made, David. That's what these are. They're red onions, and then I had some spring onions I threw in there, and some radish. I have, like, very little of everything coming up besides squash right now, so I just kind of made amalgamations. I gave Bree and Scott the pretty one. I tried to make some of them kind of, like, aesthetic. But yeah, that's yep. Oh yeah. Like, I'm trying to make things I like. So, like, I pickled beans. This has pickled beans in it, right? Yeah. I did pickled beans. I did pickled zucchini, which I've never done before, but theoretically, according to the internet, they're really good. And I have so much zucchini. If I make that much zucchini bread, I'm going to get fat and die. Like, overnight, I would die. Like, the amount of oil in the bread would kill me. So I have to do something else with it. And one of my favorite canned things, Scott knew exactly what I was talking about when I mentioned it to him last night. I always call it the Giardia mix, but that's not it. It's like Giardinia or something like that. But it's the canned spicy vegetables. It's, like, usually got cauliflower and carrots in it and, like, garlic and beans and stuff. That is one of my favorites. So I kind of tried, with what I have, I tried to make that, and I made it spicy. It's got jalapenos from my garden in it. Jalapenos and, these other peppers, they were called, like, early birds or something like that, or something. But they're, like, a smaller jalapeno that turns red. They're really cute. Oh my god, my first EMT call involved around 40 jars of broken pickled products on the floor. Were you there for the first one man, one jar? Yes, you can, Elle. Yes, please. Oh my god, Elle, I'm not kidding you. I'm struggling with finding people to give all my produce away to. I brought, like, 10 or 15. No, it's more. So the way that I gauge weight in my arm is by how much Millie weighed in my arms. I'm not kidding you. It's so weird. And Millie was around 20 pounds. I think I gave Scott over 20 pounds of squash and zucchini yesterday. And a bunch of canned goods. And zucchini bread. Squash bread, technically, but zucchini bread. Like, I'm at the point, I'm not kidding you. You know how fucking scared I am of people? Scared. I'm just not I don't, like, reach out to strangers often for new connections. That sounds so much worse. I was this close to initiating contact with a neighbor yesterday just to be like, do you like squash? Do you want some? I didn't, but I was really close. Because, like, I'm not really, like, it's just too much. It's too much for anybody. It's so much. I have so much squash right now and zucchini. It's crazy. I just hope I'm picking them at the right size and they're not, like, woody or whatever, or ruined. It is gone. Like, basically what I've thought about doing is either putting out a table and just selling it, because I don't grow enough squash for it to be a lucrative thing. Like, I'm obviously saving a few bucks because it's dumb expensive at the store compared to what it costs to grow it, which was just water. But, like, I thought about putting a table out front and just piling up all my squash on it with a little sign that says, take the free squash. Because I don't want it to go to waste. I would make all the things, have yummy zucchini breakfast, almond flour muffin. Oh my God, I want that. My old landlords used to just leave us a basket of veggies outside our door. Okay, so I really want to do that, but I have this really weird fear that makes me like freeze in my place, in place, that they will open their door the moment I am putting the basket down, and I don't know what to do then. I was scared to say hi. And just run and cry and poop a little. I don't know what to do. I don't know. That's what you do. Okay. I was scared to say hi. I do. I honestly, I live a life of a possum. 100%. Just like when someone looks at me, either I show them all of my teeth or I kind of hiss and walk away. With all my children attached to my back. Or I just... Sometimes they leave. I don't know what else to do. Which one's the Jenna face? Which one? I don't know what it is. I feel like maybe I have a disturbing smile, but just my smile oftentimes gets people to go away. Maybe it's my face. You interacted with people? Are you sick? That's what I'm saying. No, I didn't. I got really close though. Daily reminders that your brains lie to you every day, all the time, constantly. I'm sitting here thinking, I don't garden. Katie must think I'm an unhealthy fat bitch. Never. Oh my God. Brains suck. Holy fuck. I'm just heavily so sorry your brain would ever recite anything like that to you in a million years, mate. That is heartbreaking. I know, you know, that I would never imply something trash fucktastic like that at anyone ever. Wow. Never, but big wow. Like, I want to give you the biggest hug in the whole world. Like, I'm so sorry your brain is such a fucking asshole. Same. I mean, seriously, literally just got over my period, and the past 4 days, every day is just me all day thinking, wow, I got fat. What happened? I got my period and bloated. But my brain, you had chips last night, didn't you? Maybe you just shouldn't eat today. Water sounds like a good idea. Shut the fuck up. What? All the time. Brains are so mean. They're so mean. So fucking mean. I'm so sorry your brain would ever say anything like that to you. Ever. I'm gonna be honest. All I want to do is be a fat bitch, but like in my garden. I just want to sit in my garden with a bag of Doritos. Do you know what I'm saying? And like a margarita. And then give all the veggies away while I sit there with my Doritos and my margarita. Like, that's all I want to do. But man, is that some shit. I'm so sorry. I like, damn. Brains are so mean. Brains are so mean. Yeah, Rod, but that stranger initiated the interaction. I would never. Never. I'm not going to start that interaction. Never. Not in a fucking million years. But if someone does it to me first, it's like my people-pleasing nature is like, I have to pretend to enjoy this interaction with this person because obviously they wanted it. I am having a great time talking to you. We are having fun. I'm so tired of masking all the time. So tired. So tired. I'm so tired all the time. Wait, this face. Hold on. Oh, yeah. That's definitely the Jenna face. I was trying to think, like, I think Jenna did the sometimes too, but I don't know. It's been a while. I've been told that I have a disconcertingly friendly smile. Like a normal person's like, oh, what a nice guy. And people like us are like, why the fuck are you so happy? Get away from my organs. My brain's going crazy with contradictions lately. I hate that shit, and I'm sorry that's happening, because it's me. It's just mean. None of us would ever say the things out loud that we say to ourselves to anyone we care about, would we? Would you ever, I mean, think about some of the things you say to yourself in your brain. Would you ever say that out loud to anyone you give a fuck about, ever? Would you even think about saying that out loud to somebody you care about? So how come it's so okay for us to say it to ourselves? Would you put up with someone saying that out loud to you? Probably not, but we're allowed to do it to ourselves. It's fucking fucked. I don't know. Not sure I've had a proper margarita. Dude, a proper margarita is actually fucking dank. I like tequila, though. I don't really like booze. Please don't call me out. I've been having such a hard time with my body and the mean things I say to myself. Oh my God. Same. No, constantly. And I have to constantly remind myself, because like definitely like suffered eating disorder shit my whole life. I think technically I still have one and will always have one, but I have to constantly remind myself of facts and not feelings, because feelings aren't facts. It is fucking factual that you cannot gain as much physical weight as bloating appears to be in the amount of time bloating appears. Does that make sense? It's physically impossible. And you know, just as well as I, that our hormones are mean. And oh, if I could just explain to those of all y'all that don't have uteruses and ovaries, the way in which 1 week, like let's say it's the week before my period, I look in the mirror and I see a different person. I see a troll. It's so weird. And I have to remind myself, Katie, in a week, you'll see what's really there. Just stop looking. Wait a week. Because I'm not kidding you. It's just your brain. And in a week, your body hasn't changed at all. But suddenly you see what's actually there because of hormones. There's weeks of months where I just don't see what's actually there because my brain is fucked up on fucking estrogen and progesterone like nobody's business. Like a meth head. It's so fucked up, and I have to constantly tell myself, this is just your brain being the meanest person. You look exactly the same as you've always looked every day. It's impossible to change how you look as quickly as your brain thinks it's changing. That's impossible. It's literally scientifically impossible. Unless you were like in a fucking car accident or something. It's fucking impossible. And yet we can convince ourselves that like, wow, I had a burger last night. Look, I'm so bloated. I must have, no, you physically can't. You physically can't. It's impossible. And I have to constantly coach myself with that shit because the hormones are so mean. Being a woman is a fucking shit show. Like, tell me I'm wrong, ladies. We have about 5 days a month where we just don't feel anything weird. And that's good or bad. It's just, and I've calculated this. I'm not making this up. It's about 5 days. About. Because, like, week of your period, shit show. That's clear. We don't even need to talk about that. Week before your period, horny, weird, I'm so hot, but my nipples hurt and my boobs hurt, but also I want you to slap them around. Don't hit them that hard, they hurt, but hit them again. I don't know what the fuck is happening. I think I'm gonna fuck a candle. And then the week of your period, disaster. And then the week after your period is when you tank on all those fun hormones that made you a hormone monster. And that's when you're, I'm a hideous monster. Why do I look like this? What happened to my body in the past week? What did I do? Did I eat a cheeseburger? Did I sniff peanut butter? Oh no, is this forever? Help me, Jesus. And then the 5 days after that week, we're like, wait, do I just like wake up a human today? And my pants fit. Weird. And then the next day, oh my God, again? And then the third day, oh wow, I could get used to this. And then the fourth day, you don't notice it anymore. Fifth day, you really don't notice it. Sixth day, I'm gonna fuck a candle. It just never stops. And that's our life. Forever. 5 days a month, I just am consistently existent. And the rest of it, I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? Why do I want to hump everything and kill you? I don't know. It's crazy. That being said, historically, every single war that has ever been started on our planet is by a man. And yet I'm over here fighting for my goddamn life on the inside. It's weird. It's fucked up, right? I know I'm not the only one that experiences this shit. When you really think about it, it's kind of depressing. Like, I try to plan vacations around those 5 days. Not around my period, because fuck that, I don't care. Those 5 days, I just want to feel normal. I don't want to, like, wake up and have to lay there for 5 minutes in the morning and be like, who the fuck are you today? Are we grumpy? Are we sassy? Let's see. Let's wait a minute. Oh, he farted and you want to stab him in the back. Yep, that's who we are today. Excellent. And then you just go on and you mentally prepare for that the rest of the day. I know I'm not the only one that goes through this shit. It's so fucked up. I started GLP-1 this week and the amount of swelling that has dropped. Oh, no shit. I know it's not been fat, but it's been a year of this swelling, and seeing it change every day is reaffirming that I haven't been crazy. Bitch, this is the thing that I don't think people talk enough about is like, someone said it like, water weight is real weight. That is very real, especially to those of us who have larger fat percentages on our body than others. I'm not overtly muscular. I'm soft. How would you put that? I am a soft bee. It's very soft all over this bitch. Hard underneath, but soft. And fat cells, and this is science. Again, we're only talking facts here. We are not talking feelings because feelings aren't facts and our feelings are fucked up. Fat cells are not only the largest cell on your body, but they have the potential to grow the largest size. So hydration, for those of us who are a little soft, means we're going to grow 2 pant sizes. That's proper hydration. Isn't that fucked up? I properly hydrate and I gain an inch on my waist. And that's just fat cells hydrating. That's it. That's literally it. So wherever you tend to hold fat the most is going to be where you fluctuate the most. For me, it's ass and thighs, which is why I live in spandex. Because I'm not going to put up with like, wow, my pants don't fit today. And now I have to feel shit and analyze the past 3 days. Like, what did I eat? What did I drink? What did I breathe? It's all my fault. This is why my jeans don't fit. No, denim doesn't stretch, bitch, and you're a woman. But no one will say that to you. But we're all doing it all the time. It's crazy. I feel insane. We're never the same shape or size. You're constantly, things have moved and you're just like, why does that one hurt today? Is it cancer? My period? Am I pregnant? What's going on? I'm so happy for you, Elle. That's long story short, but like, you're so less crazy than you ever thought. You are not crazy. People who have are lean and are just overtly muscular over people that have the soft. I don't know what to call the soft. Where there's like ectomorph, endomorph, and whatever. The middle and the bigger one, we tend to be the soft people. We're just softer. We are literally, I make a joke about it, but I feel like I can sniff a jar of peanut butter and my pant size changes because of the salt content and the amount of water my body's now going to hold. Literally changes what size my body is within a 12-hour period. Did you know that in a 24-hour period, your body can flux up to 12 to 15 pounds of water weight? Can flux. So you can be 12 pounds heavier in the morning and 12 pounds lighter in the evening based on water weight. It's real weight, though. You feel it. I know you do because I do. I suddenly feel like a sausage in too tight of a casing. And I'm just like, because I drank water? Okay, body. Sure. It's real. It's real. It's real. But the more fat cells you have on your body, the more of a tendency for your weight and your body, actual physical form to flux due to those fat cells literally swelling and shrinking and swelling and shrinking and swelling and shrinking. Also, when you actually start to starve those fat cells to death, it can take 7 months for one fat cell to starve to death. Did you know that? 7 months to a year. That's how long you have to keep weight off, heavy air quotes for those not watching, because that's a really loose statement. That's how long you have to keep it off, quote unquote, for that cell to die. They are because fat is how we survive the winter, right? Like, we don't want those cells to die because we need fat on our body. Obviously, I don't think anyone here is trying to eliminate all the fat on their body, like, clearly, but the science, when I need to break that science down sometimes because I'm such a why person that, like, I need to be shown with numbers sometimes that I'm being crazy. You know? And, like, when you I break down the calories of a day. And, like, sure, like, maybe yesterday I ate extra calories, but how many realistically did you eat? And now do the math, like, what poundage could that be? Like, I know my brain is so fucking crazy this way. It's weird. The science really fucked me up. But I think about, like, basal metabolic rate, right? I'm a 6-foot woman with a fairly high metabolism. I burn around 1,700 calories a day sleeping. That's in a coma. If you don't know what basal metabolic rate is, that's what a basal metabolic rate is. That is your coma calorie burned. So just getting up to take a shit or brush your teeth in the morning, you're burning more calories than that. So really, when you think about it, and people are like, "Oh my god, can you believe you just had a 3,000 calorie dinner with those burgers and fries?" Yes, I can, because realistically, let's literally think about those numbers, and let's realistically think about what my body could actually do with that. If I went into a coma for the next week, your body might gain a pound. Maybe. You have to sustain a calorie increase for quite an amount of time for that to actually start to build, because you literally have to give birth to new fat cells. Your body has to make new cells, same way as starving them to death. We're not that fast, you know? You're not. You're so less crazy than you thought. You're not crazy. Like, the science of it is there, and it's just like society fucked us up. I mean, Elle, you know as well as I do, it's a miracle any of us survived the early 2000s. Look back at what we used to watch. America's Next Top Model. I mean, fuck, in movie night just recently, we watched Mean Girls. And man, I haven't seen that in a bit, but dude, do you remember the part when they start sneaking food on Regina George and she gains weight and like the quote unquote fat girls at school are like, wow, look at Regina. She's such a fat ass. And we were all like, yeah, she totally has a weight problem. The fact that we're not all in treatment centers for eating disorders right now is a goddamn miracle and a half. Holy shit. Or like America's Next Top Model, some girl eats 3 eggs for breakfast, and that's the theme of the episode, is that the plus size model, she was a size 8, by the way. Apparently that's fucking plus size in the early 2000s. I remember this stuff because eating disorders. 3 eggs and the whole house all day, the rest of the day, the whole shoot. Oh, nothing fits her because she eats 3 eggs in the morning. Nothing's gonna fit her. Look how swollen she is. What a pig. What a cow. Disgusting. What? And now half of us don't eat breakfast because we're scared we might be a fat pig cow. What? It's literally where I'm constantly having to rewrite my own brain chemistry from that shit. Literally 24/7. It never stops. How do you find out your basal metabolic rate? So there are calculators online, Molly, that will give you let's see, actually, hold on. I know what mine is because I've done the physical test. Hold on. Basal metabolic rate calculator. So if I put in that I'm 89 years old, I am a female. I am 6 foot 0 inches. And I weigh 168. Calculate. It's not bad. So there's calculators online that you can use. I just went to literally calculator.net and used a BMR calculator. BMR's basal metabolic rate. And basically you put in your age, sex, height, and weight, and it'll give you a roundabout. So I know for a fact that mine is about 1,700 because I've actually done the physical test. You go to like a PFT clinic, a pulmonary function clinic, or a pulmonary function rehab or something. And what they do is they do a test on you where they have you lay down in a bed. They put a suction cup mask over your nose and your mouth. And it has a big old tube coming off it to a machine, and you lay down and they put a blanket on you, and it's very quiet and very dark. And we really want you to go to sleep. I used to do these tests to people. We want you to pass out. So we try to make it as calm as possible. And you lay in there for about 30 minutes-ish to 45, and the machine that the tube is hooked up to is measuring exactly how much oxygen you take in and how much CO2 you're putting out, because the CO2 you're putting out is actually part of the calculation to see how many kilocalories you are burning at rest. It's a nicer way of saying than in a coma, but at rest. And at rest isn't sitting on the couch. That's actually burning more. Laying down and being asleep. And so mine is around 1,700. The calculator says 1,559. So mine is higher because I have higher muscle mass because I work out a lot. So the more muscle you have, the more you burn naturally because that's how much energy it takes to maintain muscle versus maintaining fat cells. So it's off by 130 calories. Which I'm here to tell you is so goddamn negligible. 130 calories is really fucking negligible. That's nothing. So if you really want to know your basal metabolic, you can go check these. And like, it is quite literally the calories you burn in a coma. You need so many more calories than this to function in a day. Think about that. Like 1,700 calories is just me sleeping all day. So I need to eat, what that means is I need to eat 1,700 calories at least to not lose weight. At least. Otherwise, I'm going to lose weight. Does that make sense? It's a snack pack. That's a snack pack. It's literally a snack pack. Yep, that's a snack pack. You look great for 89. Thank you. I wear sunscreen. It's whatever. Glut literally just posted the link if anybody wants to check. That's the exact one I just used. I remember lying in grade 8 because I already had D-sized chest and weighed 125 and saw the most of the other girls wrote 100 and lied because of the media making them think I was oh, dude. First off, I'm very angry about that for you. Second off, I have the exact moment. Is that disgusting? I mean, not exactly the same, but I can remember the exact moment I became cognizant of my weight and wanted to lie about it. I was in 4th grade and I weighed 82 pounds. That's how old I was when I was shamed for the first time and thought like icky. I feel icky about the number on that scale for the first time in my life. It's so burned into my head. I remember it so clearly. It's so fucked up. I broke my arm. I'm not kidding you. I broke my arm and my mom couldn't come get me. So my aunt Elaine came to pick me up at school and bring me to the doctor. And when they weighed me, my Aunt Elaine goes, hold on a minute. Go get back on that. She weighed how much? And the doctor goes, 82 pounds or 83 pounds. And she goes, And that was it. That's all it took to give me a lifelong, well, guess I can't ever enjoy food again. That's all it took. That's all it took. Man, so fucked up. It's less than a Reese's peanut butter cup. It really is. It's an entire snack bag. I'd rather have the snack bag. Gymflation about how with Instagram and YouTube giants these days, everyone feels like they have to look like the influencers on a million different kinds of steroids, both men and women. I mean, I believe it. We all thought we had to starve ourselves to be models when we were kids. Media's fucked up. You need real people around you to remind you that none of that's real. My BMR is 24.47, a little above the sedentary life, but I walk long trips per day and I maintain 110 kilogram weight for the past 7 years. That's fucking sick. That you walk constantly though. You walk every day. Like you walk more than I do. Wear sunscreen, consumes the souls of our enemies, just girly things to keep that youthful glow. 100%. Bathe in the blood. Be the reason they're afraid of the woods. I vividly remember them testing us in 1st grade for BMI in gym in front of the entire class. No trauma from that. Not a bit. Nope. That's so gross. We're all so fucked up. We're so fucked up. Fucking what, right? Oh, yeah. My Aunt Elaine, by the way, she's the one that worked at a plastic surgeon's her entire life, and she has Dolly Parton titties, and I'm so happy, can't you tell? I'm so happy. I'm smiling. Yes. Joy. I'm having joy. Like, she's got her own issues, you know what I'm saying? I wish I would have been beaten up more about my food habits. I wouldn't have been fat. I don't think, oh my God, Molly, never say that. You're beautiful. Stop. Bitch, I wish I could enjoy food. You're not a fat bitch. You're beautiful. Don't ever say those things to yourself. Don't talk about my friend like that. Speaking of walking, I'm up to an average of 1.5 miles per day. Dude, all because of the motherfucking new walker? Is that because of the walker with the seat that you can actually, like, take a break? Instead of, you know, just fall on the ground and die? Because that was the other option. So fucked up. Mobility in our country. Like, we've come a long way, but man. Fucking what? That's amazing. That's so cool. Dolly Parton herself is I'm pretty sure tells people to love themselves. She's an American treasure, 100%. Dolly Parton's incredible. I say Dolly Parton because, you know how Dolly Parton's boobies are like this? My aunt went to a brand new plastic surgeon in Vegas to get her tits redone. Because I don't know if you have to do this anymore, but back in the day when you got your tits done, you had to get them redone every like 10 years. Because the implant would break down or something was going on. Something was going on where you had to get them redone. So my aunt still has to get them redone. Okay, so you still have to get them redone. You have to get them redone every couple of years. So my aunt's in her 70s now. She's 76. And she found a new surgeon in Vegas to get her tits done. And when the surgeon asked her, would you like to stay the same size? Do you want to go bigger? Do you want to go smaller? Where do you want to go? She said to the Vegas surgeon, do what you think's appropriate. You can't see her body. You can't. My Aunt Elaine is literally like 5 foot and 90 pounds. I'm a monster in my family. I don't know what happened here. This isn't the family. Like, most of my family has tiggle bitties and they're short and petite. And it's insane. I've grown up around this woman. They look, you know, in Mean Girls, I know I'm bringing this up again, but you know in Mean Girls when they're like, check out her boob job, they're rock hard. When you hug my aunt, you feel like you gotta throw some ass, by the way. It's literally Mishy, that's what it looks like. And what's crazy is this is my same aunt that I've told you guys about who has chronic nerve pain from slamming her shoulder into a broken ER door for fucking 60 years or something. She was a nurse her whole life. So she has chronic pain issues, a broken down back from being a nurse her entire life, and does this. What are you doing? What's she doing? What are you doing? To each their own. Like, what am I going to say? But like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you just kicking fate in the shins? What are we doing here? I don't like the huge boba implants. The areolas are not big enough and looks weird. Give me proper areolas as a breast enjoyer. Do you want to know one of the best things I heard recently? I think I typed this in movie night last night. I heard this when I was out and about running errands. And I quote, if I can feel them in my mouth, they're real. I love that. As one of the itty bitty titty committees that's always wanted tiggle bitties, I throw zero shame at people who have implants. You do you to feel beautiful. Like, I think that's awesome. And that was just like, who can argue that? Also, I mean, genuinely, have you ever met anyone you enjoy being around who's like, oh, I just ain't into them fake titties. Those are nasty. I wouldn't want one of them. I wouldn't want my... Nah, dude. People that are just like, I like titties. Those are my favorite people. Because same. Me too. I don't understand why we just shame people for like... That being said, I did have a patient one time. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe no. It's 100% Mishy. That one that has the implant now that does something to that nerve because of the nerve pain. No, it's 100% that one. She still gets surgeries. She's a little dee-dee. No, because we're talking about boobs, things we love, and Katie's brain immediately went to horrible ER story. You don't... Okay, I thought of a way I could tell the story, but not like tell the story. Are you all aware of the different ways people get implants? So, like, you can get it shoved in through your armpit, you can get a slice under your titty, and then it goes up under there, or they cut your entire nipple off and thumb it into your nipple hole. Pretty gnarly, right? Yeah, implants. So I had a patient whose implant pushed the nipple back off. I don't know how to say that. Just... I don't know how to say it. Because they were too big. So her body was like, no. It was wild. Side note, not side note, but on the same topic, dude, I was fed an Instagram reel the other day of a woman who very clearly had a lot of injections and work done on her face and whatnot, but she's doing like a makeup video and she stops and just goes, what the fuck? And fucking her lips are leaking. She's British, but what the fuck? Is that me filler? It's filler. And it's like a very clear fucking oozing drop on her finger. Fucking wild. The world of like elective surgery is just a world I don't understand. To each their fucking own. But like, it's filler. How are you so nonchalant about your lips leaking? Cheers. Oh my god, Glut found us a safe for work reenactment of the nipple. I saved that. Speaking of. Oh no. It's super bad, but you know what's crazy is the plastics people said it's absolutely not. I mean, this is not talking about implants at all, but obviously if you have a surgical procedure and there's pressure on the incision's not going to close appropriately, right? And so what this person did, to be very real with you, just off the joking of the disgustingness, they got an implant and then the nipple was sewn back on. Instead of wearing, they give you like, if there's any ladies in chat with implants, speak to this, please, because I do not. Clearly I don't. But it's a type of like bra corset. There's a word for it and I'm blanking on it. It's like a binder. It's a type of binder that holds everything in place while it heals. So your titties aren't like jiggling around, so skin's not pulling on open incisions, et cetera, so the implants drop into the right place. And this girl didn't do that. She literally went home and started taking pictures in fancy bras, so the skin pulled and the incisions did not close. And yeah. So just raise your hand if you're shocked, follow your doctor's advice on how to take care of your incisions, maybe. That's just a thought. It's just a thought. I'm nervous. Wait, is this real? Does that actually happen in the show? Does it pop off all the time? Like, is he just popping off? Is that real? Wait, is that real? But this actually literally happened, though. You gotta watch it if you're on mobile. Basically, it's just a bunch of scenes of Picard walking around the ship, and every time he pulls his shirt down, the pin on his shirt goes fucking launching across the room. They saved all the deleted scenes of his pin flying off just for this. I know the boop. Look how fucking far they go. Greg, what's up? I was looking at all their faces watching the pin. I know. That's fucking great. Pickard just fucking popping off. Pickard. I said Pickard for many, 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 many years because, again, I've never seen Star Trek. I know, crazy. I need to watch it. I learned it was Picard way later, and I still try to change my mouth. Are you aware of the Picard song? I wouldn't be familiar with it because I've never seen Star Wars. I don't know anything about it. Yeah, I know. So, like, the meme is lost on me. That was funny because it was the nipple pop. But what's up, bud? What's up? What are you up to? Good morning. Good morning, my son. I just posted an interesting pic of a caterpillar we found on my grill. Ooh, I'm gonna look. I didn't see Star Trek either. I completely missed it. I don't know. I just didn't have TV when it was on. I watched Star Wars a lot, but Star Trek I completely missed. I know the character names. Like, I know some of them. Picard. Actually, I think that's all I know. I think that's the only one I think. Oh, no. What's the... Oh... The stoic one. Shit, I did know his name until just now. Trick did. He needed the snuggle and to lick my kneecap. What's up, bud? How's my knee taste? Good? Is it the best knee ever? Oh, now it's my hand. It's the best hand ever. Yeah. Thank you. You're the best pup ever. Spock! Thank you. What is he, though? I'm trying to think of his race. I'm literally just absolutely spacing on it. I know these things. He's a fucking what? Oh, it's right there. I'm not gonna look. Hold on. Ah! It was right there! It's like when I reach at it, just... Vulcan. Yeah, it was right there. God damn it. I know better. I knew that. What I know about Star Trek, I'm not kidding you, it's literally only because of Big Bang Theory. I've watched Big Bang Theory so many times that I've picked up shit about Star Trek. Because they're obsessed with Star Trek, because of course they are. Yes, it was Blame. I think it's Blame, but hold on. I'm looking. I've still got it up. It's Blame, exclamation mark. This one. I'm pulling it up for you. Yeah, it's just the lore behind the name is what Knives told me. So apparently the name was originally Blam. Or it's supposed to be pronounced Blam or something, like the sound a gun makes. But it's Blame. Trick's concerned his nipples will fly off. Oh my god, all 13? Oh, what's under my desk licking me? Oh, the other one? Hello. What are you up to, Miss Ma'am? You just farting under my desk? You smell kind of like you're farting down there. What's up? Is it break time? I have to pee. You're gonna... Okay. Alright. I just watched Deep Space Nine. Fantastic show. Is that Star Trek? I feel like Star Trek's one of those shows that, like, there's just so many of you that know about it that you don't even say Star Trek anymore. You say Deep Space Nine, or you say fucking Third Generation, or I can't think of any of the other ones, but you don't actually say the show anymore. I need you to do that. I don't know what you're talking about. It's like if I was just like, man, I fucking love the Phantom Menace to someone that has no idea what Star Wars is, and they'd be like, what's that? I'd be like, you just said you watched Star Wars. It's Star Wars. They'd be like, oh. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know what you're saying. I don't know. The Phantom Penis. Voyager. Yep, that one. That's another one I definitely hear a lot. Hi, Bill. How are you? Are you doing all right? Thank you. You're very cute. I've mentioned this to Zeke so many times because he's such a big Star Trek fan. I'm like, I'll watch it whenever. If you want to watch it, please watch it with me because I am, 97 and still haven't watched Star Trek. That's crazy. I've watched one of the movies, I think. I don't think I watched more than one. I think I watched one of them, though. The first one. Star Trek Voyeur? Oh, God. Sounds like the kind of watch he does as you pass out. Yes. Speaking of, we recently tried to watch The Nun and The Nun 2. Those are really bad. Those are terrible movies. Like, where's the budget come from? Who rates these? Who writ these? They're so bad. I fell asleep both times. I fell asleep during both movies. Like, upright, like this. Out of fucking sheer boredom. It's so boring. I don't fucking know. I know. I was so sad about it. I can't believe you filmed this, because it's got a lot of big names in it, and I like the actress in it and shit, but it was just... It felt like it was written for children, but it's like super adult themes of murder and dismemberment. You know what I mean? But the writing was very much childish. I don't know how to say that, though. I don't know. I'm going to go pee because I can't think straight. Stretch your legs, load a bowl, do what you need to do. We're going to date stuff today. You guys cool with that? Because there's so many things I've never dated, like a rug on my floor, or a dresser, or my stairs. God damn it. I'm leaving. Voice died in that moment. I think Bill has started to eat grasshoppers in my yard. That's it. I just found her like in my patch of vegetables, like snapping at them. Oh. Elgato Stream Deck. What is that? The Elgato Stream Deck Plus XLR. That sounds fun. That's a really, really good discount. Lilith's the super hunter. I know. I think she's a hunter. I noticed it because I brought the dogs in. Or I went to bring the dogs in. I brought Trick in. Sorry, I'm multitasking. And Lilith didn't come in. And usually she's in before I even call the dogs in. She like waits in this very specific spot for her. I came in, give me my treat now reaction. And she wasn't inside. So I was like, what the fuck? And I went outside looking for her. And she was like standing in a patch of beans, snapping at him. And I was like, Bill? And she like turns to look at me, looks back, snap, and then comes inside. Little hunter. She's just little hunter. But that's pest control, man. There's so many grasshoppers in my yard. I hate them so much. They're everywhere. They're gonna eat all my plants. They don't eat the squash, though, which is interesting. It's like a Stream Deck and an XLR mixer. Where's all the mixer? I need more buttons. Yes, I need so many more buttons. I just need more buttons. Why are you being is she judging us right now? No, she's not. Okay. I was hoping she would judge us together. Jesus, fuck my balls. Where the fuck? There it is. Where did you put it, Crispy? Did you put it in gardening? Or in aminals? Because no, I don't see a grasshopper. I mean, a caterpillar. Nature prawns. Or nature prawns just won't load. What is that? That looks like something you shouldn't touch. I wouldn't. Bitch, does it have teeth in its back? Stop it. Are those molars in its back? That's a danger Cheeto. Yeah, this is one no touchy because hurts your skin. Do those look like teeth to you guys? I hate picking crabs too, but man, does it taste good. If you pick crabs this year, pick some for me. I haven't had crabs in years. Teeth or corn? It's a tussock moth. Oh, let's look up the moth. It's kind of cute. Is it that one or that one? Okay. Those are not the same thing, internet. Okay, it's the brown one. Danger sauce. It's got teeth on its back. No. Those are teeth. It's like cute in a scary way. What happens if one touches you? Look at they're so fuzzy. Man, I think here's a specific kind actually, Crispy. It looks like there's the tussock moth and then there's a fur tussock moth. A fur tussock moth is different. Ooh, it's got red panties. That's fun. Yeah, or its scientific name, kill it with fucking fire. Some of them, like, like, I've heard some of the caterpillar's fuzzes is real bad. If it touches you, pop like a balloon. I always thought I'd go out more like a slowly deflate, you know, like a, but not if I touch the tooth fairy. That's not it. Tooth moth? It's kind of cute. But also I'm like, oh, that's its. Oh, it's one of those. It like does the nasty shit all over a tree and kills the tree. Yeah, most fuzzy caterpillars in the world have some sort of the fuzz is a form of a defense mechanism, and it will cause massive skin irritation. Other than, I don't know, like, I only know about them in the Pacific Northwest, but the fuzzy bears, they're like black with an orange in the middle. We used to catch those all the fucking time, and we just called them fuzzy bears. I don't know. What are those? What are those? What's a fuzzy bear? I don't know. But that's a danger tooth moth. Dude, they're weird looking. You can see how they kind of have evolved to look like they're part of the fir tree, though, which is interesting. They've got teeth in their back. They have teeth in their back. Mm-hmm. That poor little... I mean, what a defense, though. You know, like, I don't have teeth in my back, and I don't have poisonous hair. Unless you don't like my smell. Which I can't get from there. Okay, do you know what I'm talking about? What up, Barry? Fuzzy bears. I don't even know what they turn into, but they're like a red and black, or orange and black. They were basically like this, like maybe this long, and they're just cylindrical and fuzzy, and they're like black, orange, black, banded. Yeah, I caught them all the time as kids. No clue what they turn into. I don't have teeth in my back, but if you try to use the back door, I will fucking bite you. Growl first. Do it for the drama. These look like fuzzy bears, but like, hold on. I'm just gonna look it up. Fuzzy bear caterpillar. That's gotta come up with something, right? Oh, is it actually? Oh my God. It's actually called a woolly bear. Yep. It's actually called a woolly bear. I thought we had just made up a word for this caterpillar. Oh, they turn into a cute moth. Oh, that's a lantern moth. That's bad. Isn't that a lantern moth? Don't let lantern moths live. They're bad. But woolly bears. Yeah. I didn't even know they had a real name. And they come in all the variations. Yeah, we always played with them as kids. These are not irritating. We would like, you catch them and they roll up in a ball and we'd like, didn't torture them. Well, probably. I mean, probably it was torture to that poor caterpillar. The caterpillar was probably like, ah, look at his little feet. They got little tootsies. Oh, they're little tootsies. They're real cute. Look at them. Look at their little tootsies. They do look like a comfy neck cushion, honestly. They'd even suction onto your neck. I don't know how you'd get them off. Giggity. They are. Well, we called them fuzzy bears. Apparently, they're called a woolly bear. I had no idea. Woolly bear caterpillar. Head is on the left, apparently. How would you know? How do you know that? Hey, they're in North Carolina. So you should see them, maybe, Mish. Just according to this. Oh my God. When you went live, I was going to tell you, but I forgot now. I remember the town I'm going to is Birmingham. So I'm going to get one of me with the Aussie mural. Oh my God. Do that, please. Oh, Daddy Longlegs. I have them all over my yard. Oh, do you want... I could tell you about Daddy Longlegs. I'm a wealth of shit. Daddy Longlegs are actually not even a spider. Isn't that crazy? Because let me guess what you've been told.
They're the most poisonous spider in the whole world, but their fangs aren't strong enough to pierce our leathery skin.
They're not a spider and they don't have fangs. They have chelicerae. They're much scarier. They are technically a harvestman. Hold on. Daddy. Look at that little shit. That is not, that's actually a spider. That's a daddy long legs. That's a harvestman. Harvestmen are different. Their body is different. Their their compilation of their body is different. They don't have the same segmentation. Like most spiders are a 2-segmented type animal. Like that is a spider. This is a daddy long legs. This is a harvestman, I should say. So spider, harvestman, harvestman. See, like 1 body segment. Spider, 2 body segments. 1 body segment. There are some really, really cute harvestmen out there, though. There's one that looks like a bunny. Hold on. It's not a spider. Look at that. This is where Pokemon came from, my dudes. This is where Pokemon come from. Like, I swear. But harvestmen are harmless to us. Harvestmen actually eat, like, skin mites and dust mites. Harvestmen eat, silverfish. Harvestmen are amazing. They are friend-shaped. They are friends, no-hurt harvestmen. But on that note, this other spider that I could never... In different states call it different things. But this guy that's not a daddy long legs, but is a spider, you'll often see him in your basement and shit. These also live on eating silverfish. Do you know those 1,000,000-legged, very fast, scary lightning bugs that live in the basement and aren't necessarily bad, but super scary and none of us want to experience one because, wow, all those legs? They eat those. So we leave them. We hate the silverfish. They're so scary. So fast, too many legs. Ugh, fuck them. These eat them. So do daddy long legs. Daddy long legs also eat mosquito larvae if they come across it, or baby mosquitoes. They're great. Harvestmen are great. But yeah, I have them all over my yard. Those and potato bugs. I love them. I'm cognizant that the silverfish in no way, shape, or form hurt me. They're actually, so silverfish also eat dust mites, and they eat dead skin, and they eat, like, organic matter that's dead. They're cleanup crew, so they're good to have around your house. But, like, the simple idea that while I was sleeping in places where silverfish existed, the amount of times their 1,000,000 legs probably touched my face, neck, and or body is not okay. Just because it's not harmful doesn't mean I don't want it, doesn't mean I want it to happen. You know? Mm-hmm. They super are. I could pull them up. Is anyone, like, phobic of silverfish? They super are alien. That's, I think, why I like most bugs. Because they're alien to me. They're just like, they're this weird microscopic world that just is going on regardless of what you and I do in our life. And that's wild. Oh, God, they're horrible. They're great, though. Like, this is literally a picture of one eating a tick. Or a flea. A flea? A flea. They're carnivores. They eat everything. I guess they're a house centipede. Silverfish are these little guys. Whatever. They're all silverfish in my mind. They're this guy. House centipede, this fucker. All right. Yeah. All the legs. Look at all the legs. Silverfish, they're fine, I guess. House centipedes are friends. That's the thing. Like, these are friends. They eat ticks and fleas, and they eat house mites and termites. Like, they're carnivores, so they're eating all the stuff you don't want in your house. But man, are they not. I'm just being very open with you. I don't kill them on purpose, but I don't like them. They give me the EBGBs. And when I say they move like lightning, I'm not exaggerating. They actually move like lightning. The only thing I've seen move, even relative to that speed, and I couldn't say faster or slower because I can't see that speed with my eyes, is my tarantulas. Some of my tarantulas can physically move this fast, and it's absurd. And it's lightning. It is just Gone. Yeah, they're crazy fast. But they want nothing to do with you, which is why they live. I mean, the way I think of them and the way that I get over them is think of them like the soot sprites in My Neighbor Totoro. They just live in the dark, uninhabited places, and if you go inhabit that place, they'll leave. They don't want to be with you. They don't want to be around you. They want nothing to do with humans and moving air and any of that. They just want to be in your attic where they can, like, eat dust. Yeah, no, not the silvers. So these, I've seen these as well. I've mixed up the names. House centipede is apparently the many-legged nightmare that scares me. What do silverfish do? What do silverfish do? What do you do, little silverfish? Are you bad or are you good? AI mode. Pfft. Silverfish. What to know from WebMD? Get the fuck out. The silverfish is a species of small, primitive, wingless insect in the order Zygentoma, formerly Thysanura. Its common name derives from the insect's silvery light gray color combined with the fish-like appearance of its movement. The scientific name L. saccharinum indicates that the silverfish's diet consists of carbohydrates such as sugar or starches. Oh shit, it inhabits your food? Man, how come the kind of cute one with not all the legs is the one that's bad? Alright, I guess we're on the house centipede side then, yeah? This is kind of interesting. Before silverfish reproduce, they carry out a ritual involving 3 phases, which may last over a half an hour. In the first phase, the male and female stand face to face, their vibrating antenna touching, then repeatedly backing off and return to this position. In the second phase, the male runs away and the female chases him. In the third phase, the male and the female stand side by side and head to tail, with the male vibrating his tail against the female. Fuck, you are so creepy! Ah! I love you. I felt his beard on me right there. That's not when you want to hear about, when you want to feel something when you're reading about scary silverfish bug. Oh, that's fucking great. They eat books, apparently. That sucks. Ew. Hey, it's in German. Anybody know the book? They're fast. That's it. They're just fast. And eat sugar things, which that's what I was trying to get to. Their mating ritual is interesting, but are they eating my sugar or do they just exist in my house? I don't want to hurt anything that's harmless. But if it's like, what are those bugs that get into like your rice and stuff and you have to throw it all away? I don't want to eat silverfish. Everything of mine's in airtight containers because I did have an infestation of those bugs once. What are they? Do you know the ones I'm talking about? Weevils? Is it weevils? They get in like pasta, rice, and they came into my house in a box of pasta. I was so pissed. I found the source. But they infiltrate every dry good you own, oatmeal, whatever, so I had to throw everything away, and now everything is in like, you know, those like big clear containers with like the suction top. Everything is in air stuff now. Yeah, I had those. So that's what I'm just trying to figure out. Like, are they creepy like weevils and that they're going to get into my food and make me throw it away? They're an agile runner and avoid light. But if they're fine and not getting into my food, I don't give a fuck about them. No, the scary, I'm going to keep fucking it up. Please correct me. Silverfish, not scary. Centipedes freak me out. Centipedes freak me out. They always have and always will. I don't know, all those legs. But millipedes don't. I have lots of millipedes in my yard. And when I see a millipede, I go, aw. When I see a centipede, I go, ugh. We have those red centipedes. You know the ones. They're very fast, many legs. Lots of chelicerae. See, earwigs, I'm glad I don't hate them. This is Viada's song. I'm glad I don't hate them because we literally are infested with them in Colorado. I swear to God, every corner of everywhere outside that earwigs can hide, they will. They're in all of my squash blossoms. They're just full of earwigs. They're everywhere. But from what I have gathered, they don't hurt anything. And literally none of my produce is hurt, so I'm guessing they're not hurting anything. I just fucking hate them because they're gross and they pinch. They actually do pinch you with that fucking ass of theirs. Oh, earwigs. A nightmare. They pinch with that shit. They're a flightless beetle, as far as I know, right? Yeah, they might be called something somewhere else, but they genuinely pinch with those things, and it fucking hurts. I found one crawling up my leg because it just decided to pinch me out of nowhere, and it hurt like fuck. I was like, what the fuck? Am I being stung? No, just an earwig crawling up my fucking leg. I hate them. But I don't think they do anything. Are earwigs bad? Oh, I didn't know that. Their pincers are different. What would Reddit say 7 years ago? They eat rotting vegetation, we know that, but like, they just have a bad reputation. They damage flowers because they feed on silks and prevent pollination, I guess. I don't know. They die just fine. Real easy to kill. Real easy to squish. Yeah, I'm not a fan. I do not like an earwig. Fork tails because their tail is fork. It is. It totally is. I could see that. I would have known what it was. I would have been able to guess it, I think, if you said fork tail. They are. They're creepy detritivores, which, like, they're good and bad. If they're anything like potato bugs, this is what I learned from Bree yesterday. Bree was telling me that potato bugs have this thing where, like, potato bugs are really good for your garden because they eat detritus. They eat, like, dead stuff. But once they run out of dead stuff, they'll start feeding on the live stuff. And so what I've started to do, just, like, kind of putting it together in my head, but not really knowing the reason, and Bree has started to do as well, is when we weed, I just throw the weeds down. Like, I don't throw them away. I don't gather them in an area and then throw them somewhere specific. I just, like, pluck weed, and just let it die on the dirt. And they're eating that. Because I haven't had any damage to my plants yet, thank fuck. I think they're pretty much anywhere. I've never lived anywhere that didn't have some sort of potato bug and some sort of that. Pincher bug. It's free mulch, dude. Exactly. Waste not, want not. I don't know what it was. I had this, like mental block that once I pull the weed, I have to get it as far away from its original place as possible. Otherwise, it will, like, mystically reroot. That's for most plants, totally not real. Like, once you damage that root base, it's done for. That plant can't function anymore, and it's not in the dirt. Like, it can't, like, worm its way. I don't know. I had a weird mental block about that for a long time where I was like, I gotta pile them up somewhere far away so they don't, like, I don't let weeds go to, it's not like they're living long enough to go to seed, so it's not like I'm leaving seeds or anything. I never understood how they survive. They're very, very constantly exposed. No shit, they have no shell. They're soft-bodied. Like, I don't know. They kind of remind me of a termite. Are they like an ant? What are you? Grass and nettles are a bit of a bugger for derooting, but you just have to make sure they don't dry out a bit. That's what I do. I mean, they do no matter what in the sun here. Like, that's not a problem. I never understood how they survive. They're just very, very constantly exposed. Me neither. I think I may have solved the problem because I tested YouTube and it was doing the same sound vid thing there. So I reset my modem and restarted the PC, then spent the last 20 minutes on YouTube and no problem. Interesting. Why? I wonder if mine's going to be better. I haven't tested it. I actually restarted my PCs. I left them off all day yesterday while I was out doing shit. I wonder if YouTube. We'll see by Friday. We'll see. I went and deleted all my caches and whatnot. All the things that the internet said would be blocking that stuff. You ever think, Kona, like, I thought that what was it? I was thinking something recently where, like, I haven't seen X animal or X bug in a while since I was a kid. But then I, like, thought on it and I was like, maybe it's because I just stopped flipping rocks over. Which, like, when did that stop being fun? When I went to my parents' house, I flipped multiple rocks over. Mostly because I needed to get fucking worms for their poor turtle. Hi everyone. Yes, I changed my username. I was Charles9822645, but now I this username. You can be whatever username you want to be, booby. Thank you for letting us know. Also, crickets used to be all over my parents' house and basement. Don't hear them anymore. Dude, we have so many fucking crickets and grasshoppers. It's a plague. It's a goddamn plague. I hate them so much. They plague my yard. They literally, like, out of a movie. I always thought that was so unrealistic. Like, all the locusts land, and then 15 minutes later, they fly away, and all the food is gone. They genuinely do that to my yard. I hate them so much. I fucking hate them so much. Last time I did was so I could bury my Shih Tzu a few years back. Oh, that's sad. Not even a worm? I have so many worms in my yard. Like, I get sad digging because I know I'll cut a worm in half. Like, anytime I have to dig a hole in the yard, I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna fuck up a worm, and I feel bad. There's so many worms in my yard, it's crazy. But I've been mulching dead shit into my yard for the better part of 5 years now. So I better have some motherfucking worms by now. What up, Reasonable? How are you, love? Happy glutens to you. Ooh, follow up on my laptop issues. The overheating. I got a cooler. You actually tried one of the cooler pads. A cooler pad which helped it not run so hard, and I think one of the fans itself has a bearing missing. I might need to replace that. Oh, shit. I wonder if it ran so hard it literally shook a screw out or something. Oh, Greg. I love you, bitch, that's dark. Side note. So I know I told you guys this, but a few weeks back, cheers, happy 420, Zach was out mowing the lawn, and he accidentally got a garter snake. And he's like me. He doesn't want to kill anything. It made him very sad. And literally just, like, the screaming front of the body was just, like, in the grass clippings, like, dead. It was really sad. So, the same day that happened, Scott and Brie had come over, and they brought me some plants to plant in the garden. So I put the poor dead snake at the bottom of a hole, and I put mulch on top of him, and that's where I planted my tomatillo. I planted the tomatillo they gave me directly on top of, I mean, obviously, like, lots of room between the tomatillo and the dead animal, but, like, this tomatillo has taken off. Like, looks so good. It's so strong, and I just can't help but wonder, like, is it the snake? Same, cause there's so many worms, but I mean, you're like me, you've been composting for so long. I didn't like plant the thing immediately on top of the snake because I knew the snake was gonna rot and die, and like that would just be bad. But I put it under all the mulch. And I mean, guys, I'm serious, it might be the snake, because when they gave me this, I was just telling Brie about it yesterday. They gave me this tomatillo plant, and they had sprouted it from a seed. And when they gave it to me, I don't think I should have transplanted it yet. It was that level of brand new sprout, you know, where it's like really, really delicate, the first leaves, whatever. But I was like, it's the beginning of the season. I need to get everything in the yard as fast as possible. So I put it out there. And then we had that hail that put bullet holes in all my plants. And that hail knocked every leaf off of this little tomatillo. It was a stem in my yard. I was like, oh, fuck. I don't know what's going to happen, but I hope I get a tomatillo plant. I don't even know what to do with tomatillos. It is now like 4 feet tall. That was 3 weeks ago. Not even. Was it? I think it was 3 weeks ago. It was like right before I went to Seattle. Maybe 3.5 weeks ago. That thing has grown so much. I think it's totally the snake. I'm not killing snakes to make my garden grow better, but I'm just saying if you accidentally find a dead snake, maybe put it in your garden. Those nitrogen levels, they're up. That's what I was saying, Greg. Like, I've never found I don't even own a laptop anymore because there isn't a laptop in this world that doesn't overheat. They just get so hot, and if you, God forbid, you want to run a game on a laptop, it's like I was telling when Mike was asking about it in chat a couple days or whatever ago, I was saying we used to get patients, I don't know if this is happening anymore, obviously because I don't work in the hospital, but we used to get patients that had third-degree burns on their thighs because they'd fall asleep with their laptop on their lap just watching a show, and it's kind of like the boiling frog thing, where it's like, it's not obviously boiling hot at first, but that heat increase just happens so steadily and so that their legs cook. It was wild. I wonder if anyone got a penis burn. Oh no. That's what I was thinking of doing, Viata, honestly, because I have a shit ton of tomatoes out there too. So I could make verde. I'm gonna do fried green tomatoes for sure. Also, I know I was telling you guys, I think it was yesterday I was talking about, I have 2 different plots of tomatoes. One is like slicing round type tomatoes, and then one is some sort of pasta sauce tomato that I swear to God wasn't a Roma. I went out and looked at it yesterday. They look like Romas. They're little green guys right now, but they're definitely not round. Do you know what I'm saying? They're Roma shaped. So I might have lied out my ass. I might not remember what I planted. I was pretty positive it wasn't a Roma, but no idea. Sneck is like, thanks for giving me a second life. I'm not kidding, Sajin. That's kind of how I thought of it. I was like, well, it's really, really sad that you died. We don't like killing things in the yard. Like, snakes are also really good pest control, gardener snakes, so you want to keep them in the yard as well. But at least maybe this way you can be another form. I don't know. I thought that when I buried it because I felt so bad. A neighbor once asked my grandfather about how his rhubarb plant was so big. Granddad told him he buried a cat under it. Shortly thereafter, my neighbor's cat disappeared. Don't kill cats. What's the show? Don't fuck with cats. But, like, if you happen to find a dead animal, maybe plant it in your garden. That's all. That's all. Dude, Kozu, it's literally what I did this year. I mean, I actively did it and literally realized I was doing it while I did it, but I did it anyways. One of those situations, like, I've learned, but not learned. As I did it, I planted all these seeds in the garden and literally was like, I'm going to remember exactly where I planted, what I planted, and when I planted it, and what it is. Like, there's no way. I did all these plots so specifically that I'm absolutely going to remember what I planted there. I'll make the labels tomorrow. Womp, 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 womp. Did she make the labels tomorrow? Tune in next week to... No, she did not make the labels tomorrow. Did she make the labels the next day? No, she continued lying to herself until she absolutely forgot what she planted where. And then she was just like, it's fine. You'll know what's growing once it grows. Should I bury you, bitch? No, I have to date my whole house. You know, Rod, all the men in my family are very much like farmer men, and they're the type that, you know, like my family is this way to this day. They, not me and my sister, obviously, but like the older generations, they don't take their animals to the vet. If a dog breaks its leg, dad takes him out to the field, and then there's a burial plot the next day. All of my dogs were euthanized by my dad. And I have multiple times been like, thought to myself, like, either this is killing him or my dad might be a serial killer. But it wasn't like, cunt, get that cunt checked, bitch. Get it cunted up. Jack, Sally, and Ron. Oh, I didn't even know I could date the carpet. Draw yourself a little garden map of where it is and stick it on. You know what's crazy? I literally had that idea. I actually think I drew the entire map and didn't fill it in. Or I did and lost it. No shit. You guys got bopped for the cunt every day. Every day. we're just gonna get cunted forever. I couldn't either. I mean, Rod, you know me. I accidentally killed a spider a couple weeks ago, and it still haunts me. Literally, it's been like 3.5 weeks now. It was before I went to Seattle, and I'm still thinking about it. It was the saddest thing that's ever happened. All I can think about is how happy my snake is in her new enclosure with new dirt. I'm very excited for her. It's the great cunting. One day. It's so, I mean, who uses cunt as an insult? Because most countries where cunt is used a lot, I feel like most of the time it's like, bruv, bro, dude, my cunts. I've killed one pigeon my whole life and I've never forgiven myself for it despite how terribly annoying they are, and it was an accident too. I totally understand. 100%. I am absolutely like, those moments haunt me my whole life. I still can see the snake like in the grass clippings and I'm just like, oh God, you died so terribly. You didn't deserve that. I'm so sorry. But if I don't cut my grass, it becomes danger. Dude, Rod, yeah, I totally understand. It's horrid because it's obviously an innocent mistake, but like, my God, I literally greet my friend George by saying, "What's going on, cunt?" See, I mean, we do, and so that's why I asked, like, where is it that it's insulting to be like, "You're a cunt"? It's both. It's very contextual, right? Oi, stop being a cunt, bruv. Like, I could see that. But then, like, I feel like in Australia, it's like, use a cunt. But in a good way, somehow. I can't even think of an example, but you know what I'm saying? Fucking twat, you cunt! Right? Isn't it? It's so contextual, and it's like, literally just hearing someone say it, who is from that country with that accent, you completely understand what the context is, whether it's being used negatively or positively. I can't do it, but I know it when it's being said. Always a cunt check. Everybody's getting, I mean, maybe it's because we had yesterday off. So everybody's cunt timer ran out. In educated circles everywhere, I've seen Aussies shocked at the word CK. It's also a class thing. Shocked at the cunt word. It's all just made up though, isn't it? Isn't it, bruv? So just pretend. We're all just pretending there's an atmosphere you don't use part of the dictionary and there's an atmosphere you do use part of the dictionary, but for some reason the atmosphere you do use part of the dictionary, like, kind of like if you think about it, in an atmosphere where you're allowed to use the entire dictionary, we're considered lower class and dumber, where the atmosphere where you're not allowed to use the whole dictionary is considered higher class and more intellectual. Isn't that interesting? I'm too spectrum for this. I like fut. Fuck's a good one. I didn't really come up with it. I just started saying it. Zach and I went like shopping for new office chairs because both of us our chairs are done. Mine hurts my ass, his hurts his back. We were not successful, but one thing I learned is the vast majority of office chairs out there hit my butt spine. Is there a dog hair on my lip? Hit my butt spine and I hate it. I don't know what my butt spine is. It came to my consciousness yesterday. But I don't like when things touch my butt spine. Oi, bruv, is that filler? Is that fucking filler? Oi, what the fuck? I'm leaking. I'm disappointed that Death 2 doesn't seem to value the word at all. I haven't heard a single cunt in the playthroughs I checked. Really? You don't hear cunt a lot, to be honest. Barry, are you coming to the cons or are you surprising us as usual? I don't think I ever know if Barry's going to go beforehand. You just end up seeing Barry the first day and every day. It's magical. My mom doesn't like cunt because, and I've asked her, and she says it's because it's a derogatory term for a pussy. And I'm like, okay, but how did it become derogatory? Like when I just swallowed an ice cube and I can feel it. Oh, burr. That's a weird sensation. Hate that so much. Why did it become like derogatory? Because I love my cunt. You should love your cunt. And I think most of the people I've let interact with mine also love my cunt. We love cunts and we support them. In and out, inside and out, you know? All the way down. Literally, it's so cold. It was the tiniest ice cube, but I can like feel it in my throat bones. It's cunts supporting cunts. Yeah. You don't have to want to make love to a cunt to appreciate them and love them and be like, yo, I came from a cunt. Like, theoretically, most of us, like, we're supposed to come from a cunt. If not, we came from one. Metaphorically or otherwise. And if other people love your cunt, they will call it by that delicious word. They will. And it's delicious when they say it. It doesn't feel like icky or derogatory at all. It's like, I'm gonna eat that cunt. And I'm like, yeah, you are. You know? My little duck fell over mysteriously. Cunt sounds harsh. Think of like, if you think of all the words that are the most harsh, though, for some reason, they're all words pertaining to, like, classically female genitalia, like twat, cunt, bitch, pussy, all derogatory, all women and or vagina words. Isn't it weird? You can also be a dick, but, like, if you're being weak for some reason, or a pain in the ass, you're a cunt or a bitch. It's interesting. They're very harsh. They are. It's just interesting that there's so many pertaining to the female genitalia. You gotta wonder why, because I think we love those things. We love vagina. I love a pussy. Nana's nim-nams, if you will. What up, Mag? How are you? We're just discussing cuss words, but we're gonna date things. Thanks for subbing to the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving any swings for... There's so many big month resubs today. It's kind of, wow, 81 months. Tier 3 for 80, that's just 81 fucking months. Like, we've had 72, 81 months, 63 months. It's just fucking crazy. I guess we're not going away. Is it like if you can last for 10 years, you'll last forever? I don't know. I don't think we go anywhere now. I think this is where we live. Let's date some stuff, yeah? It's like calling someone a pussy. Most times, people like that part of the body. So in turn, are you really saying you love themselves, right? Yes. Like, don't be a pussy, like, don't make me fall in love with you and want to lick you and kiss you tenderly and softly until you feel nice. Is that what we're saying? I'm not mad. I'm just asking. Pucky, thank you so much for subbing to the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving answers for 88 months. Just old. At least we're doing it together. Thank you for that, and I appreciate you. And don't forget your Prime subs, everyone. Seriously, don't forget your Prime subs. Bezos does nothing for society. Please use that sub. I've navigated the anxiety and messaged my docs, and I have fucking 3 appointments. I'm so excited for you, though. The worst part's over. Making the appointment's the worst part. Would it? I mean, I don't know. This helps me sometimes, and this just came from working in the medical world. But does it help to know that you are like one of 50 patients they see in a day? And the sheer amount of things that come into the office that are so like we go in like, you know, anxious, like, oh God, it's an anxiety. Like, I gotta go to the butt. Like our doctor, the doctor you're about to see just got done lancing a sebaceous cyst on someone's asshole that was full of infected shit and pus. And so, like, sometimes perspective is good. You're never the worst thing I've seen that day. You are probably a treat. To be real. You know? Thank you for the hype train, by the way, motherfuckers. Is this organic? Did you do it? Thank you for the real hype train, and I appreciate you. I do try to tell myself that I'm ridiculously forgettable and run-of-the-mill, but yeah. I mean, honestly, you're probably relaxing. You are. I'm not just saying that. Like, you hear my stories. That shit happens more often than not. The shit that's going on, like, that's something that got me over, like, going to the gyno when I was younger. Like, they see 50 million vaginas a day. Why am I so precious and neurotic about my vagina? I don't know. Probably because everybody calls each other pussies like it's a bad thing. I don't know. I just feel like I just feel like such an inconvenience for having problems. If you didn't have problems, they wouldn't have jobs. Think about it. Like, for real. Like, serious. I don't even know how to, I'm trying to think how to word this. Like, I went to college for 9 years straight to learn how to help you with your problems. And if I had, like, gone to work and they were like, sorry, no one has any problems, you just get to sit there and stare at a wall, bitch, I would have been so mad. I like when people have too many problems, and now it's like math. That's what we like. It's literally why we do it. It's so fucking weird, but seriously, like, let me heal you. You know? You're a project. You are a fun project. You're a new Lego that I get to figure out how to assemble. That's so real. I feel like I have a manic smile while I'm doing this, but it's so real. Literally, that is our, like, healthcare employees' neuroses, is like, I'm gonna make a difference in your day, and I'm gonna do that. Well, I want to. Really bad. It's my favorite thing. See, Cozy, you've heard my stories, right? Of people that come to the hospital and then don't want help. That's the ones that drive me fucking nuts. The ones that, like, come to the ER and they're hyperventilating and they are O2's 82 and they're fucking everything's dropping and their blood pressure skyrocketed, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Okay, we're gonna give you oxygen, we're gonna give you a nebulizer. I don't do that. That's not natural. It's not part of my birth plan. I can't. And they're not pregnant, and you're just like, why are you, what? I'm not taking any of your drugs. I brought my own coagulated semen samples to Sybil on. I just need peace and quiet. And you're like, why the fuck did you come to the ER of a hospital? What's happening? What is happening? Am I on candid camera? That's the one that you're just like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you here? All I want to do is help. Coagulated semen sample? Yeah. The shit people have brought into the hospital. Have I ever told you about the patient I had with the hands that rotted off? That was crazy. And it was all due to the family rejecting care and applying their own care that was so detrimental to the patient that we literally couldn't release the patient out of the ICU, and his hands rotted off. Long story short, like, I can't let you go home if your hands are rotting. And he was part of a religion, I can't remember which one, that if you don't have your hands, you're not a man. So you can't amputate the hands. Ever. So, like, that rock hard place, dude. Fucking wild. Hands can run. Maybe. People are fucking mental, bruv. It is. It's so no shade. It's one of the best stories. It's crazy. It's so sad, but it is so weird. So, details of the story. Thank you for the hype train and thank you for the combos. I appreciate you. So, patient shows up in ER with respiratory problems. He comes up to the ICU. We had him on a ventilator for a while. We had him on a trach for a while. And oftentimes with elderly people, they have a lot of drugs they have to take. But if we don't have an oral way of giving you your drugs, we're going to do them IV, right? We're going to have some sort of port into your body. So we oftentimes have the top of the hand kind of IV going on that's taped down with the Mepilex or something so that it can't be exposed to anything. So this guy was like ready to step down into another unit, you know what I'm saying? But was stuck in the ICU. And like, it's so crazy. I don't even know how to tell this story in order, but we had the patient for so long. Anytime we have a patient for months and months, it is inevitable we're going to learn some lore about the patient and the patient family because they will start to know us and we start to talk to them and we just start to learn this. So what we were informed by the kids who were like in their 30s that the dad's new wife, who was 32, was the caretaker of their mom who had just passed away. And when their mom passed away, the dad married the 32-year-old caretaker. And he's like 89, 88, something around that kind of. So, like, that's a situation. Whatever. I'm not judging. You do you, boo-boo. Get that young piss. So the young woman, like, considered herself, like, a nurse. She really thought she was, like, a nurse. So she was all up in the care. She refused all care we wanted to give to this man, started refusing meds. And what we found out in the long run, what was happening, what she started to do was she started to apply, like, this crazy mystery red oil. Still to this day, I have no idea. Can't even tell you what it was. But she would peel up the Mepilex from the IV and rub it up and down the open wound of the IV. Oh my God, it makes me so nauseous to even think about it. And then try to stick that Mepilex back onto this red oil. And she was convinced it was a healing agent from her country where she was from. Blah 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 blah. All this shit. And she would sneak it constantly to the point where we had to put a sitter in the room 24/7, which then they refused because they have to pay for a sitter, and you're allowed to refuse that, I guess. So we had no way of knowing when she was doing this. So this, obviously, after a few weeks, caused necrotic infection. So we swapped the IV to the other hand, wrapped it like, Mepilex, then gauze, and then something else like multiple layers. So our assumption was by the time she gets a couple layers off, we'll have eyes on her, and we'll be like, stop fucking, what are you doing? And that didn't work, clearly. So the necrosis set in. So this poor, unconscious 89-year-old man has dead black hands. Just like dead hands. But according to their religion, you're not a man in death if you don't have your hands. And I don't want to say, I cannot remember what religion this was. So they weren't allowing us to do anything about the hands. And so eventually the other hand rotted as well. This man literally just had some respiratory issues. That's it. So, like, every time you think, like, man, I feel like I'm being a pain in the ass, I want you to think about this man who came to the hospital for a breathing treatment and left with rotted hands. Like, you're not a pain in the ass. I promise. I swear to fuck. You're a treat. You're a goddamn treat. I'm sure he did not. I think she murdered him. Like, that's what I just want to say. Allegedly, theoretically, probably. He ended up going to hospice, and he was supposed to just go home. But, like, the kids had this theory as well. If you're not looking, I'm making the sign of money. She just wanted that bag. It's fucking gross. I don't know. Though. I don't know, allegedly. Theoretically, maybe. Fucking weird, right? You gotta cunt and look at anything. Is it true that Jehovah's Witnesses can't do blood transfers? Yeah, it's can't. I don't want to say can't. You can do whatever you want to do. But yeah. So I have had multiple patients who are Jehovah's Witnesses die when, yet again, an albuterol treatment could have saved them because their family won't let me do a blood draw and an ABG, and I refuse to treat a patient when I don't know what the fuck is wrong, because then I'm responsible when you die. Without getting too in detail about what the fuck I could do, if I overbreathe you and you're already overbreathed, but I don't know because I wasn't allowed to do an ABG, an arterial blood gas, when I take 1 cc of blood from your vein, from your artery, stick it in a machine and gives me a lot of information. If I overbreathe you and it continues to overbreathe you, then now your death's on me. That's why we need to do this ABG, but they will not allow you to. And what's crazy I very closely worked with a Jehovah's Witness respiratory therapist, and he was very open about it. So he told me all about it. And he said it literally stems from a passage in the Bible that is instructing the Bible's followers, Jesus's followers, on how to butcher an animal. And in that passage, it states something along the lines of you should, slit the throat of the animal and hang it upside down so as to bleed it all out. Do not consume the blood of the animal. This was a lesson in just butchering animals safely because, like, if you leave blood in it, the meat goes bad fast. That's it. And very unfortunately, Jehovah's Witnesses took that as do not consume the blood nor give blood of anything ever. And he literally he's a card carrying Jehovah's Witness. He has a card in his wallet that says, do not take nor give me blood in the moment of an accident. I think it's because secretly they all want to die because they're just miserable. Because what a miserable experience. I'm so sorry. It's such a fucking weird cult. But I've had patients that died that could have literally been there with an asthma attack, which is so solvable with a fucking albuterol treatment. But I can't give that unless I know what's actually going on with you. In which case, I take it 1 cc of blood and I go to a little labby poo and I do a little testy test and it's like, oh, look, your CO2 is really high and your O2 is really low. Let's put you on a BiPAP for an hour. Oh shit, you're healed. Instead, you die? Crazy. But no, that happens. It's so fucking sad. They cannot take blood and they do not give blood. There's something, I want to say some of them, I mean, they can do whatever they want. This is rules they're self-imposing based on a self-imposed cult, right? We all understand. Like, there's no such thing as the Jehovah's Witness shit. Yeah, it's all just fake shit that it's fucking wild, right? No one has to do anything. I don't know. I guess you're just a bad Jehovah's Witness if you do these things, whatever. But at one point I did hear that, like, you could take blood if you put it back, so, like, they can be on dialysis. But, like, that 1 cc of blood, which is, like, if you look at my pinky, it's, like, that much blood in a syringe. Like, that much. That's how much blood in a syringe this big around. That's what I'm taking from you. I don't put that back. I put that in a machine, and that's what tells me all the fun numbers. But, like, 1 cc, that's it, and you still aren't allowed. They won't let you take it. It's so weird. It's very bizarre. Absolutely, they do that all the time, Greg. They can do whatever they want based on religious whatever, and I don't understand why you're coming to the hospital, though. I'm just here for fitness. Can't even fucking spell it, motherfucker. Get out. You cunt! Prince died because he was a Jehovah's Witness and wouldn't get his hip fixed because it needed surgery. Was that seriously it? Was that why he was on so many drugs? That's so sad. Yeah, they make up rules to fit some things. So interesting. It's very fascinating, isn't it? Fascinating. Isn't it? How they pick and choose all that stuff. I did a little dive into Jehovah's Witnesses. There's a lot they can't do. They don't celebrate anything not religious, like cannot cheers with glasses. They can't cheers, really. No drugs, no alcohol. Only a certain number of people will actually get into heaven. How do they bait people into it? I once had a boss that's a Jehovah's Witness. The things she told me about their lifestyles wild. Her husband cheated on her and they were divorcing and it created problems in the church. So she still went, but they shunned her until they felt like they wanted to accept her again. What? Ew. I mean, it's very similar to any religion, like all just weird rules that but like, oh, is there a heaven? Is it a heaven thing? Is it like follow all these weird fucking rules and you go to the land of eternal something, blah, blah, blah? But only 144,000 get in, right? Or what? So how, like... So according to them, Jesus is like, you did really good at ignoring Christmas. You're in. Like a club bouncer? Ew. I hate organized religion. Gross. And there's no way, right? Like chances are, considering how many human beings are alive today, die every day, are born every day, like those spots have been filled for a long fucking time. If those, like, or are there people that get kicked out? Like, do you have to continue being Jehovah-y up there, down there, wherever they are, on the sun? Mormons think there's people on the sun. Like, there's a population of people that are sun people. Religious leaderboard, right? That's what I was thinking, like, watching the numbers fly. My fan is chilling me out. Yeah. With shrimp falling from the sky. If not, you burn in the eternal fires of damnation. Do they have, so, do Jehovah's Witnesses have hell? Because, like, there's 144,000 go to heaven, then what happens to the rest? Shit, my postal address has been leaked. I live on the sun. Whoops. I mean, there's not people on the sun. You're too fucking pale for that, bitch. No one would believe that. No one would believe that. No one's believing that one, my love. We have to do something different. It's not. My BF got a handwritten Jehovah Witness paper, then told me there was people who sat and wrote that and how they live. Oh, God. The damnation that's in Jehovah Witness, is it a lot? I Googled it and apparently they don't believe in eternal torment, so like what happens? The idea that someone make their life here that they have physical evidence of because they're alive absolutely awful for the promise of eternal happiness is something they can't know for certain. In something they can't know for certain is actually real boggles me. Bitch.
Amen. Fucking A.
Couldn't have said that better myself. Yeah. What? Yeah. Hard, yeah. Apparently you just cease. That's not too bad. I'd rather just cease. I'm good. Hell is utterly unnecessary. We can just send people back here. Oh, true. Is that, did they do a reincarnation thing? You know what? I know this is crazy, but I'd rather date a couch than be a Jehovah's Witness. Hell is everywhere. I agree. It's so bad. We can only speak to the America version, though, because that's like, you know, all I've experienced, like, firsthand. Canada seems cool.
Team 17.
That'll be the end of today. I feel really bad. Again, I'm so hydrated. This game is so bright. Save that game. Get the fuck out. Because, oh my god. I would like to go back to the menu, you bright at. That didn't get... Seriously, like... What is this? The oversaturation's off the charts! Holy shit on a shit. Anyways, all I wanted to say was thanks for hanging out with me today. As usual, it was a motherfucking pleasure. We start the day talking about butts and shit and end up playing weird games about dating everything in our house. I really like this game. I hope you guys are enjoying it. I find it very fun. It's weird. The dating games are fun in general. That's it. Jeff's live, so I'm gonna date Jeff. Because Jeff's furniture in my house. That's it. I'm high and I need a snack and I have to pee really bad. I think that's it. That's it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care of yourselves. Movie night in the Discord as usual at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard, 5 p.m. my time, which is in like 2 hours. My clock is stuck behind something. It's like in 2 hours. So feel free to come drop by if you'd like. Thanks for hanging out with me. Cheers. Take care.